Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comforts together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
Hello. And hello there, my darlings. Hello. I'm trying to bring this in so y'all don't see all of my damn flaws in the background, honey. But if I do it that way, will that do? No, it won't. Okay, now see, I thought I had all this stuff together because in my preview and stuff, it didn't give me all this, right? But I guess it just lied to me, child. It lied to me. See, look at that. Y'all see all the damn flaws of the backdrop. Fuck it, it's going to be one of them damn shows today, okay? Because I had all this together. It wasn't showing all this. It was not showing all of this. What just happened? Oh, okay. New computer, new things, and that's okay. Yeah, I see what this is doing. Okay. Oh, I know what happened. I got it. I got better resolution. We went into I'm trying the 1080 resolution. How do I look, darlings? Do I look? To me, I look pixelated on this damn screen. Okay, Nick, I look good. Do I look good, Nick? Nick said you look good. Okay. Well, listen, children. I done sat up here and had to go buy a damn computer. Let me tell y'all the story, honey, because after I left you guys last night, you know, we sat down being cute and things, and we had a wonderful, wonderful show with you last night, right? Fabulous, honey. We had some good times. Well, Big Meat set up here. You know I had my cocktail and shit last night, right? Why? I don't even know how I did it, okay? I didn't even wave nothing over here about where my cocktail was. This damn cocktail spilled over, saturated my damn computer console, child. Okay, the laptop, I heard the girl sizzling. I heard it. Girl, I heard her frying. Like, you know how steakums do when you got a real hot skillet and you put some steakums in the skillet and you finna here to get your steakum going, or how you saute your onions and bell peppers. That's how my computer was sounding. Okay. When I tell you a bitch was evil and upset and mad and all of that, now I'm mad at myself because, child, now, what it was, you know, that's alcohol abuse as far as I'm concerned. You don't sit down here and fuck up damn alcohol, okay? That was a fresh, you know what, wait a minute. Come here, baby. Come here, child. Come here. Go get my cup. Go get my cup. Okay, get my cup. I'm going to show y'all the glass. Now, y'all know, now listen here. These are my Applebee glasses. I keep calling them the Applebee glasses because that's what they are. I got them from Applebee's. When I went to New York, I sure did. When I went to New York to go visit my road dog, honey, we went to Applebee's again now, and I got, okay. Now, y'all see this thing, it holds a hell of a lot, okay. And y'all know I'm a Boilermaker drinker. So I had vodka, I had sangria, watermelon wine, and then Miss Kitty Girl, honey, is over here with me. And Kitty Girl likes to drink Chardonnay. So she said, child, I'm going to open up my wine. Because, you know, she got a little Chardonnay going on. I said, well, girl, what? She said, you want some of this wine? I said, well, let me have it. Because I'm usually not a Chardonnay person because it's a little too dry for me. I said, well, wait a minute. Let me see. And it was kind of cute. So I mixed that in this cup up here to the brim. To the brim. Now, y'all saw me last night. I was just sipping. I wasn't gulping or anything. I sipped. Set the damn thing down, right? Now, I had it in a nice little spot, you know, close but away from everything. So I thought. So I thought. Okay, but old Brilliant, okay, that motherfucking bitch. Old Brilliant, okay, came out of nowhere. And I hit this glass bitch and everything just crumbled all on the damn system, child. And fried it. So I had to go and replace the computer because that was the only computer that I have. And I had to go out. So I ended up spending money that was in the reserve, honey. I had to go into the reserve kitty. Okay. The reserve kitty that's supposed to be for, you know, household needs and carrying on, child, to take care of business. So we had to make that a business expense. So you know I'm writing it off, right? I'm going to say that one more time. You know I'm writing it off, right? If old Orange, if Agent Orange, okay, COVID Agent Orange, cannot pay taxes, you know I'm writing this off. I just want y'all to know that.
All right.
Okay. And I'm saying it loud and proudly. You see what it say, Blackaholic, honey? I'm loudly and proudly, we writing it off. Now, having said all that, y'all know what it is, honey. It is Soulful Sunday, and we're trying to give it to you the way that we know how to give it to you today. I titled today's show, Time for a Career Change. Okay? Time for a career change. Now, I'm going to read a passage from Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey today. Y'all know I'm kind of like giving you little tidbits and snippets and carrying on so that we can incorporate it. I'm encouraging you guys to buy the book because the books are available. Both books are available. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to have a copy of them side by side, but both books are now available, and you can go directly to the website to get them, okay? And for everybody who buys both books, they're $15 a piece. If you buy them both, I am going to include a roll-on size bottle of my oils, okay? And I'm going to let everybody get the T'Challa oil, okay? Since we lost track with Bozeman and carrying on, y'all know I have a whole Wakanda series, okay? We got Wakanda, T'Challa, Killmonger, Vibranium, and I always forget one. How could I forget that one? Jabari Tribe, baby. Oh, y'all know M'Baku was my that's my husband number. He's number, I think I'm up to 412. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, honey. Oh, y'all know M'Baku. Every time I watch Black Panther, honey, when them motherfuckers come through there, oh my God. Wait a minute. I'm finna bring Nikki in because we went to go see that together. Nikki, what I do, girl? What I do, Miss Nikki? What I do at the theater? Wait a minute, I can't hear you. Oh, I'll mute you. I got you.
When Black Panther came out, we went on the first day, the first showing, because we was there in the morning to see it. That damn Jabari Tribe. Y'all know he don't know how to act. We can't take him no damn way. Oh shit, what happened?
But it said Blackaholic, EJ. Blackaholic.
I don't know. Because I think the screen can still see me, but I can't see them. Okay. Am I, what the hell? Okay.
Yeah, you black on this end. No. There you go.
Okay. Am I bad? Okay. Listen, let me turn this shit the right way.
Thank you, Tyler. Hello, Mr. Princess. Okay. Yes, alcohol. Yes.
Look, when you were saying it, I told Mook, I said, now your Uncle Me start spilled liquor on his computer and called the alcohol abuse. And yes, you can write it off. You can write it off because you know what? It happened when you was ended. It happened when the show was over. Right?
Yeah, right when I ended the show.
So
Yeah.
you was doing end of the show shit.
Us. Yeah.
You was doing end of the show shit when it happened. So that's the
Right.
business expense. Yes, it is.
Honey. Okay, when it goes down.
Come on, me getting this master's degree in business. It's business marketing, but I know what the fuck I can write off and what I can't. That's a business.
How about that? Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay.
If it happened, anything you was doing on your computer, just whether you was editing, fixing a commercial, talk about Disha T, anything you did on that goddamn computer is a business expense from Disha T Entertainment.
That's right.
Period.
Exclamation point. Okay.
Yes, y'all, he loved that goddamn woo and Baku.
Baby, listen. Would you tell them? Cause see, listen. When we went to go see it,
finally put together, man.
Listen, when we went to go see it, children, I did not bank on the schools being there because see, when I go to the movies nowadays, I like to go to day one, early in the morning, the very first show. Why? Because there's nobody there. Okay.
Enjoy the hell out of it.
Child shit. We had 2-3 schools up in that
motherfucker. We had the boys on Excellence Academy.
Yes. Okay.
Right behind us.
And so when them big old boys come walking out there, walking, and baby, everything. I said, oh my God. Oh, and I couldn't exclaim like I want to because we got kids with. When I tell you your mother sitting up here that got moist, honey. Your mother got moist. Child, I was as moist as some damn Dunkin' Hines cake, honey. Okay. I'm telling you, bitch, I'm sitting up there stewing and I was like, oh dear God. Okay. And y'all know I love big old boys, child. And y'all know that got that Jabari tribe, honey. That damn Jabari tribe. Come out there.
Big man, but they had some beautiful specimens.
Yes. Okay, could you say it again? Beautiful specimens of masculinity there was involved.
That tried to encapture.
I said, would you look at God move?
They tried to encapture as much of the motherland as they possibly could, and they were some beautiful pieces of work. I'm just trying to tell you.
So I had to pull it all together, honey. So Jabari, we said all that to say that I created an oil called Jabari Tribe. I was gonna call it M'Baku, but I think I might create one specifically named M'Baku, for him alone. Okay.
Look, y'all see me? Look, me.
The princess said what?
Who counts?
Princess said, who counts that many husbands?
When he said 112, y'all, I was still backstage. Y'all ain't just see me.
Okay. He said, but then again, ask me how many wives I've had in my head, and I'll tell you that Brianna is on the list, but I forgot which number.
But Leah, both my daughters will be done fight you for Rihanna, honey, because they is Navy baby. They do not play about that goddamn Brianna. They love that girl.
Okay. Woo. Hey, Rod. What's going on? Okay. So.
You see me all natural today? I took my hair out. Look, a bitch got some hair. I got a little bit.
Uh-oh. Okay, but I got hair. I don't
like having it out.
Okay. Okay, how about that? Well, listen, let's get into this because, like I said, I titled today's show "Time for a Career Change." Okay, and y'all know I'm very big on making sure that we understand what's going on. Mercury is about to go into retrograde soon. Okay,
how soon?
I think she goes in on the 18th. Let me confirm the dates.
Shout out to my youngest pain in the ass. Today's his birthday. How old is Molly? 23. Today's 23. Molly's 23 today.
Oh, wait a minute. No, she goes in on October 14th. So we got 3 days. October 14th to November 3rd, honey. Mercury will be in retrograde. Okay. Ooh. And for those of y'all may say, okay, here y'all go with this there heebie-jeebie shit. What the fuck does that mean? Well, Mercury is the planet that deals with a lot of your business decisions, planning, making shit happen, and carrying on. When it goes into retrograde, which means it goes backwards, okay? And so when Mercury goes into retrograde, what it usually means for everybody is this is the time for you not to make a lot of big, bold decisions, not to make any kind of actions that carry on, because what you think is going to happen, it will usually have the opposite effect or the reverse effect. So this is the time where, while Mercury is in retrograde, is where you do your planning. You plan. It's kind of like farming. You plant your seeds. You get prepared to do it, so that when Mercury goes back direct, then you're ready to attack. It's the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you hear folks say that all the time, and oftentimes, y'all know how we know it's a full moon because everybody start getting all real crazy and shit. And that there has some truth to it, because every time there's a full moon, your energy changes. And oftentimes, a lot of those who are imbalanced and those who are dealing with a whole bunch of bullshit or whatever, that starts to permeate. That energy then gets activated. Okay.
Y'all know we charge our stones when it's a full moon, because if you believe in the spiritual stuff and you have stones and stuff like that, this is a moonstone for anybody that's ever wondering why I always got it on. June is one of those ones that actually has 3 birthstones. So the moonstone is the 3rd one. So that's why I always wear this as my protection stone. But our stones, like my girls, I bought tiger's eyes for them. And you can feel the energy in their tiger's eye. Like you can really feel it. So we deplete the energy in our stones and stuff like that. And the thing is, when it's the full moon, we sit them outside, and like we have all these different stones. Like if y'all can see, I got my chakra stones in here. Like we sit all the stones that we have, whether it's our necklaces, bracelets, all that stuff, because the moon really does charge your energy. It does something. And like me said, when you feeling like crazy and all kinds of stuff, and you look up and it's that full moon, it ain't a coinky, what they say, a coinky ding.
A coinky ding.
Yes, it's not a coincidence. The moon is full of power, honey. And if you're not where you need to be, or even if you feeling off, the moon coming in full will either help you or throw you all the way.
Right. Now let me say it this way, so that folks who are very religified, okay, won't get so turned off and say, "Oh, that's witchcraft."
Yes,
because,
and I wish y'all stop saying that. Spirituality.
Here's what it is. Here's where it is, because see what ends up happening, to show you how it is said in the church. The church will tell you that when your spirit is not in agreement, when you're not in alignment, when you're not on one accord, what do? You have to go and you have to go center yourself. When you start praying, it says all hearts and mind are one. Let's get on one accord. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. It's just that those who use crystals and this, that, and the other, it's using everything, all the tools around us, for all of that. So in case any of y'all are out there,
let them know this too. Just because we are spiritual does not mean that we don't still keep the values that we learned and with all the religious things that we were born with. I just was fortunate enough to learn many different things. I tell y'all, I had Islam at home. My grandmother was a Baptist. At first I went to Muslim school, but then when we moved too far, I went to a Catholic school. You know what I'm saying? Then I got a whole other side of my family who are Jewish. I got to learn a lot of different things. So God is all up in and through me. Just because I like my crystals and learn my spirituality does not mean I don't still have the what do they call those? Like the technical religious values. I just
right.
When I start learning so many things, I was able. You know how when we little and they say you don't question God, I feel like that's a lie. Because soon as you can have a problem, what the preacher tell you, go ask God. Open your heart, be one with God, ask God, God will give you the answers. So don't tell me I can't question them and then go tell me to ask them for the answer.
Ooh! 'Cause when we go to God for the answer, ain't that a question?
That's what I'm saying.
Ain't that a question? So
That's for me.
okay.
Oh,
So
y'all.
listen.
Look at this. I don't even mean to tease y'all with this, but look.
You know
Oh,
what?
and Ariel is in my kitchen. I got steak,
I'm not.
asparagus, and shrimp Alfredo. I'm sorry. They
I'm
should have
not.
handed it to me. I was minding my business, drinking my water.
I was minding my business,
I was
and I'm
minding
drinking
my
my
business,
water.
drinking my water.
Okay, and we're gonna let y'all have it. Okay.
Right. That's
So now let's do this because I'm going to take time, and like I said, I'm going to read y'all this excerpt from the book. Okay, but let me go to the comments because Leah has said a couple of things. The princess, she says, "Got it. I was wondering what to do next once I got to retrograde." Okay, once it got to retrograde. Okay. I've been into astrology off and on for years, but didn't get heavy into it until a few years ago. Exactly. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Okay. Then she said, "Love me some surf and turf." Not surf
Girl.
and turf.
Yes,
Okay.
God.
Okay.
Hey, Tim.
Hey,
Genesis is in
baby.
the house, honey.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Oh, now see, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all want to get your Uncle Meech, honey, Mother Divinity, honey, something for Christmas.
What
She
you
needs
need?
a new ass.
A new
Okay.
ass? A
I
whole new
need
ass?
that means if y'all got those cushions, y'all got those little stadium cushions or whatever that I can put on my chair. Because this goddamn wooden chair, honey, is wrecking the hell out of my ass. Now, I got 3 of these damn cushions up here, but they're old. So, you know, they don't have the density that they once had.
I'm going to order you a Edition T one.
Okay, and carrying on so that y'all can save my ass, honey. Literally. Okay. Or
You
get
know
me a
I
new
know
one.
because I got goddamn sciatica. So trust and believe.
Girl,
And
I sit here so long, and I think because my weight is not distributed, you know, it's not distributing or evenly, you know, and things of that nature. So, okay, so if y'all see me rocking and carrying on because I'm trying to get readjusted.
Okay, so we ready for
Okay, so now let's get into this
which
because
one
I want you guys.
which one we coming
We
from?
read for reading. This is coming from the first book,
First book.
Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey.
Okay.
Book number 1. Okay. This one here is called what I titled today's show. It's time for a career change. Okay.
Well, wait, before you start reading, can I ask a question about that?
Let's see. Lately, I've been.
Are we talking about
Okay, go ahead.
an actual career change? Are we talking about spiritual? Are we talking about actual, spiritual, or both?
You're seeing the catch how the reading goes. It's going to answer that.
All right. Oh, thank you.
Okay. Lately, I've been discussing the idea of what life could have been if I had not made so many bad decisions during my development period. I wonder what would have happened if I proceeded on with the path that I had set for myself and what life would have been like if I had reached all of the goals I had planned to accomplish by certain landmark ages. I recently celebrated my 39th birthday throughout the entire month of March, although the 4th is my birthday. At this time, I have come into an awakening that I'm bursting at the seams. For the first time in my life, I really believe I can have and can do anything I put my mind to. When I rose on March 5th, a newness in me was stirred, and now I see what my mother and those whom I love and respect have been teaching me up until this point in my life. The ancestors have rained down on me and supplied me with divine sight into what can be because I am their vision for tomorrow. Just like our ancestors dreamed about what tomorrow would be like for us, I can see what the tomorrow would be like for my nieces, my nephews, and one day my children. You see, I was struggling with the mistakes that I had made over the past 20 plus years of my life. I've been struggling with the fact that I led a lifestyle that is contrary to the norm, and in most cases, contrary to people with whom I keep company with. During the time that I was accepting that I'm a gay man, the emergence of the diva within me led me to carry the torch for all those who had to do battle with the mainstream and take the necessary concessions required to live and coexist with our heteroattractional counterparts. While defending my life as a gay man, an African-American man who was overweight with above average intelligence and is not the most masculine, mind you, being gay became my career choice. My mantra was, the best person for the job is not the man or the woman, it's the sissy. Because the sissy will get the job done with the brawn of a man and the brain of a woman. Wait a minute. Okay. With the brawn of a man and the brain of a woman. My trademark was the infamous right-hand finger snap, reminiscent of the Stax Records logo. I learned all kinds of tricks, trades, and tricks of the trade to sustain my career. I learned how to build my equity in my gay existence and how to be a mentor to the newbies joining the company. I've been promoted from being a newbie to queen to mother to queen mother to mother of a house in a matter of 5 short years. I've received all kinds of awards and accolades for my performance. I've even created training manuals and presentations. I've represented the company in several endeavors with prominent people in prestigious places. I've become an authority on company policy, quote unquote, and I have been sought after for advice, counsel, and care. I've been adored by those who have been in the company for much longer than I. The sad thing is, about all the time, effort, and energy put into this company, that a recession or depression came and destroyed all of the work I so diligently designed and deliciously demonstrated. I did not receive all of the benefits that most other companies afford such loyal employees. The retirement plan is astronomically atrocious. There is no 401k, no stock options, or health benefits package. The other company members inject a special brand of haterade and are not accepting the gifts and talents that one has to offer. For all the work and tireless commitment I've given to my gay career, I, like many others, have nothing to show for it but memories, misfortunes, and a complete warehouse full of torch songs that remind me of what it means to be utterly fabulous and sexually liberated. Now, even though I carry my card well, I stand by my honors and my credentials, nor am I ready to retire, I had to come to the conclusion that life is more than being gay. I spent so much time encouraging and nurturing and expanding my gay skills that I have forgotten to broaden all of my life skills. I've been so busy concentrating on one facet of my career that I didn't realize that a plethora of talent and skills lie within the realms of my being, my true essence. After 20 plus years of clubs, misunderstandings, trade, and catfights, I began to see that something was not necessarily right. After 20 plus years of going to the clubs and seeing the same people, sitting on the same bar stools, drinking the same cocktails, arguing about the same things, fighting the same people, talking about and or not speaking to the same people, especially if they have already made transition, I discovered that I've outgrown my career and I knew it was time to do something about it. After 20 plus years of looking at a dead-end job as a career, I finally learned it's time for a career change. It's time. The time has come for me to shake things up a bit, remove my comfort shackles, and experience life. The time has come for me to step into living and step out of survival mode. This career change means that I have the opportunity to embrace new skills and incorporate what I've learned from the old job into the new one. I'm learning how to be an asset to me and the new job. It means that I can make mistakes and learn from them and not be such the professional at covering them up because no one would care anyway. Okay, thing. It's time for a career change. This career change means new people and a new class of folks that can experience what I have to offer, and I can touch more lives, and they can touch mine. This career change means that I have a new focus, new goals, and that I could put those things I placed on the back burner on the front burner because I was blinded by my own inadequacies and superficiality. This career change means that I can come from behind the wall of shame, guilt, hurt, and scorn and move forward rather than stay still in a spot that I've called home. But it was really a mask for an excuse. Yes, Miss Honey, it's time for a career change. This career change means that I must apply myself with the same tenacity, fervor, and determination used to in my former career to blossom into the rose that I've been telling everyone that I am. But I only have allowed the stem and the thorns to overshadow my beauty and delicate yet resilient nature. This career change means that I give myself permission to accept new facets of me without ridicule or scorn. It means that I can embrace my totality, the masculine and the feminine, the mother and the big daddy. It means that I don't need to be bewitched by a bevy of bars and brothels. Instead, I can sustain myself in the sweet surrender of success and sophistication. It means that I no longer have to provide the masses with my rendition of the gay Stephen Fletcher and subject myself to dehumanizing and to being dehumanized and ostracized simply because the mainstream insists on labeling me. This career change means that I am me and gay is a. I welcome new challenges, new horizons, new hopes, and new dreams as I embrace this wonderful endeavor of self-discovery and enlightenment. Now, I may be a little older and a little set in some of my ways, but I know a good thing when I see and I feel it. This career change is moving me in the right direction. I encourage you to join me on this journey and let's show each other our real fabulousness and receive all that the Creator has for us without limiting ourselves to the mundane. Oh, yes, my darling, it's time for a career change.
You better read.
Okay, it's time for a
It's
career
time.
change. Okay.
I look at that in a couple different ways because, we started our career change, but I think it's time for us to just be like full throttle with it. Because I know for me, my thing was always before because I was a wife and a mom. So that had to always take precedence over everything. Even though my kids were in
Right.
doing show business and stuff like that, it's like I didn't want to be that parent that felt like I wanted to live through my kids.
Right.
But
Right.
I knew that they had the talents. But they had the talents. It wasn't like somebody forced them into it. It was like, y'all really got this shit. And if Showtime is still in here, he will tell y'all like he is so talented. But for him, most of the shit was just a hobby. He even has a skit that he did. Remember back in the day when they said AI wouldn't show up for practice and shit? And he'd be like, practice. That was
Right.
Showtime. Because he really didn't need the practice. But the practices were, this is a part of this job, if this is what you want.
Okay.
So, and I remember I had to make hard decisions sometimes saying, well, you can't do that show because you didn't come to practice. And it wouldn't be fair to your sisters that they was at the practices, doing all the stuff with the things, doing all the work. And then you get to show up on show day. It's not fair.
Right.
But you know what? He never cared because it wasn't that important to him. He just knew I could get up there, I could perform, I'm good, I don't care.
Right.
So he
Right.
would be able
Right.
to take it or leave it. But like the girls, they were so into it and everything. And I was like, oh my God, am I trying to live through my girls? I didn't want to do that. But being on that stage and stuff was something that I always loved. But what I realized with the kids was I love being behind just as much, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe even a little bit more. The
Okay.
thing of bringing something together
Mm-hmm.
and then watching it come to life on that stage was so exciting for me. And then, but even when they started getting bigger, it was like, all right. You know, it's so much stuff, but I felt like it wasn't my time yet. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you become a parent, your life is about those kids, period. You can't be like what me say on Queen's got girl, fuck them kids. In all reality, you can't be
Right.
like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like when I didn't start school to 2017. So that journey for me, I mean, and I had started college before, and I kept getting sick,
Mm-hmm.
so I couldn't finish it. So this time when I went, I was like, you know what? I'm not letting nothing stop me, and I'm not going for the career that I usually do, like the behavioral health and all that stuff. That's what I was in school for before, but I wanted to do what I wanted to do. So this
Mm-hmm.
media production and us,
Mm-hmm.
you know, screenwriting and directing and that's what I love. It filtered from the music over to the big screen and the small screen. And so now it's like, even when we're doing this, and people are starting to know who we are, and they recognize what we do. Oh, I see y'all show. Even when me and Cole was on a show called Atlanta's Ugly, and somebody was like, "Oh my God, you look like that lady on Atlanta's Ugly," and I turned around, the lady was like, "Oh my God, she wanted to take a picture with me." I was like, it fucked me up because I was like, "You want to take a picture with me?"
Right. Right. Right.
These are the things that I know that I really wanted to do, and like you said before, you were doing this the whole time, but you knew it was more.
It-
You were
this
scared to step into the more.
a lot of times. See, the reason why I wanted to share that particular passage is because oftentimes we get caught up in what we know to be our surroundings. You know, I've said this before. Back when I was running my house, when we were thriving, okay,
Mhm.
and we still are. It's just that now everybody has separated to do their thing, which is what it's supposed to do,
Right.
and the house has redeveloped. It wasn't what it once was. Okay, it's grown, but at that time, you know, being gay was the thing. But I was all of my groups, you know, they didn't want to do nothing unless we went to the gay park, the gay club, the
Right.
gay barbershop, you know, the gay candy store. It was always that. And in the beginning, I got it because we want to support our own. We want to go where we're comfortable. We don't feel like to fight and this, that, and the other. But then I was like, well, honey, we are more than just this because I want to go bowling. I want to go this. I want to go. But you want to wait till we get to the gay bowling league and this, that, and that. I'm like, I don't feel like being around them goddamn sisters like that. We go to the gay bar and I'm sick of these bitches arguing all the motherfucking time. I get the world is not built just around us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I was always doing compromise because I was outnumbered. Okay. Outnumbered. And then being the mother, I'm like, oh, okay, well, the kids want to do this and this is my parents. So, all right, put me on the back burner, you know, because hell, I wanted to go to the coffee house. Okay, let's go get, sit down and let's have some good conversation, I love holding court. So, let's go do that. No, don't nobody want to be up in there no stupid shit. So I always put me and what I wanted to do on the
Kept
back
pushing
burner.
you down. You kept pushing you
Kept
down.
pushing me. And so to a point where I had to learn how to go to the movies by myself. I had to learn how to go to the museums and stuff by myself because I want to pique my interest. You know, I had to evolve and understand. I love what Diana Ross says this in The Wiz, when she tells Richard Pryor, she said, "Oh, honey, there's a whole world out there."
Out there.
Okay, I love it. And every time I watch it, when she says that, baby, that pierces me. Okay, because I had never gone to the airport. Okay, before we went. I was in my 20s, my mid 20s. Okay, 20. Did I just come back from New York? No, it was just before I left for New York. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I went with my girlfriend April Summers, who is the Patti LaBelle impersonator that she endorses, right?
Okay.
And we went to the airport to go pick somebody up. And when I got there, I was like, oh my God. You know, I was like, this airport is huge because I had never been there. And she said something to me that day. She said Samantha, because you know we call each other by our stage names and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Samantha. She said, "This is what I'm trying to tell you, girl." She said, "Are you going to be there at GG's, which is one of the bars?" She said, "Are you just going to be there at GG's, or are you going to get yourself out here because all of these folks, they don't know you. You have an opportunity to make an impact on all of this, but you so stuck here in this little thing right here. You know, girl, I'm telling you, okay, I am telling you, that is what holds me. And it was ironically me living over here by the airport here in Atlanta now,
Mm-hmm.
child, you know, just to be able to go outside of my house sometimes and I look at the
The
plane.
plane's taking off. I
Y'all,
do it
y'all,
from my
y'all
house
remember the
down.
scene? See, y'all remember the scene from Jason's Lyric when they would just sit up there and watch the planes and
Yes.
would sit there and imagine where the plane is going and oh, we going here. That I do that still.
Really?
You know, I do. Now I don't say that out loud or whatever, but I do that because when I got my passport that I'm ready to get, where they don't stamp it anymore. I'm gonna send it now. I'm ready to use my passport, but the bitch is going to expire in 2 years. Ain't got nothing in it, honey. I ain't been nowhere to where but when I first bought it, I felt empowered because it opened up my world to me. You know, it gave me the license to live, if that makes sense. You know?
I get
So
it.
now, when I say time for a career change, yes, I understand those of y'all who are hetero attractional and carrying on, and y'all say, "Oh, here y'all go to gay shit." No, I need for you to pull out of it what I'm saying, okay? Because how many of you, either if you're stuck at the job and you know you are a business owner, okay, you know you're ready to create your own business, you have a product line, or you know you're good in sales and get tired of selling for other people. Okay, how many of you are tired of friends? Okay, and your friends are dead weight. Okay, they're dead weight, and that's all you know is being a good friend, being a good mother. But yet, that career has got you so stuck to where you don't know what else to do. There's a line. If y'all, there was a Broadway play called The Life. Okay, now I never saw the play, but I know the soundtrack, okay? And there's a song in one of the soundtracks, and one of the life is about the life, okay? Prostitute, and how this one particular couple, you know, they went to New York, and the idea was, okay, they got turned out, but they were supposed to be doing that just to make money to get them to where they're supposed to be going. But the dude got caught up in the game. You know, the girl trying to get out, and it became a whole ruckus. They end up killing them, you know, and instead of her going down for the murder, her good girlfriend, the prostitute, told her, "Girl, get the fuck out of here." And she's like, "Girl, no, we can't do." She said, She said, "Honey, if you live, I'ma live too, because see, you got something going on." She said, "This is my world. I know all the tricks here. I know how to survive here." And every time, oh wow, am I emotional over that? Wow. But every time I get to that part in the soundtrack or whatever, because you know the song they sing to it is sickening. But it resonates with me because it's like, listen, I've given you all I've got. Okay, I'm going to impart my wisdom into you. Girl, take it and run with it. Go somewhere else. Y'all know the song Fancy by Reba
Khalees?
McEntire?
Reba
Okay.
McEntire? Oh, okay.
The country song.
Okay.
When you listen to that song, it's absolutely sad because the mama done pushed the girl into prostitution. Okay. but they were so poor. They were so poor. That was the only thing that mama knew to do with her daughter to get her out of the situation that they were in.
Oh, child.
Understand? And that song talks about how she had taken herself, made something of herself, and then went on to do better because her mama wanted her to get out of the situation. Okay. When I hear about stuff like that, your situation and stuff does not have to be what it is. And now T.S. Madison goes very, very public with her past and carrying on. And that's why she's one of my heroes. I love her for being able to reinvent herself the way that she did. We talked about reinvention yesterday.
You already know that's why I love it when
I love her for being able to, and everybody knows about her porn past and this, that, and the other. Hell, she built an entire company. That bitch built her own company, okay, to sustain herself. And now she took that, and as a woman, that's the trans woman that she is, she was able to come out of that and then became mainstream.
And everybody know who she is.
Okay. You don't hear about that all the time. Everybody knows who she is, and then she became so mainstream to the point where, even though those who know her from that particular life, she keep telling them, I don't do that anymore. Even though it's residual income, I haven't had to make a film in such a long time. I don't rely on that.
Right.
Okay.
And I love when she got to check a bitch about it. I love when she has to check a bitch about it.
Right.
It's not something that she hides. This is what I was, but that ain't what I am.
For what? See, let me tell you something. And this is why it's time for a career change. Sometimes we get caught up because we think it's cute to say. You know how folks will say, well, I've done some things in my past that I'm not proud of. I'm not proud of it. And the thing of it is, I say that's the biggest lie. I think that's a lie that we say. And I think that oftentimes that we say it is because we think that it's the right thing to say.
Because you feel like you think somebody else is going to judge it.
It's going to judge it, right.
So before you give them a chance to judge it, you'll say, well, I'm not proud
of it. Exactly. You try to buffer it. No, bitch, wait a minute. Let me tell you something, honey. Life is full of ups and downs. And I've had to do a couple of things, child. Okay, to get over. Okay. Now, what I do, and now I love how Jennifer Lewis says this. She said, because she talked about sexual addiction.
Yeah.
Okay. From a female perspective. She said, yes, I was addicted to it. Have beautiful sex, honey. Oh, I've had some fabulous times. Would I do it now? No. Okay.
Because
No.
it was a different time. We're not the same people. You're not growing as a person. That's what you do if you want to stay stuck in a place, or if you allow other things around you to allow you to stay stuck. I was stuck for a long ass time. Because when you ain't been nothing but a mother and a wife, if I had a regular career, it was like, do I have anything else outside of this?
Right.
And when we got to look, like I keep telling everybody, when we got to look in that mirror and say, well, bitch, what else you got? Because now the kids is grown. What you got?
Oh.
Are they not going to live their life? Are they not going to live their life because, you had to put yours on hold for them?
But
because
here's the thing.
When they have their kids, they're going to have to put their life on hold for their own kids. They can't put it on hold for you.
And then they will understand you.
Right.
You understand? You get it?
Yeah.
Once our children start becoming the parents, okay, the students then became the teachers.
Teachers, yep.
Okay. Now you understand what it is to teach the students.
Look, don't we say it all the time? Lord, I just turned into my grandmother.
Okay,
Lord,
right. Okay.
Lord, them first few days, when your kids start getting in that age where you got to really start checking them, they ain't babies no more. They get into the thing where they might try you a little bit and shit like that. And then turn into your mother or your grandmother, whoever raised you, turn into them. Trust and believe.
Okay.
You fall into it real quick.
Okay. Right. Okay. So that there is where a lot of this is. Okay, a lot of this is, and oftentimes because we become afraid of doing it, because most of us are afraid because we don't know what to do. And then the other piece of it is we're afraid to fail. We're afraid for somebody to say, "Oh, that ain't gonna
You're
work."
afraid of the rejection of stuff.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
afraid of what if I'm not good at it?
What if? Yeah, the what ifs.
Well, what if
Uh
you
huh.
ain't good at it? Then maybe you can go and learn the shit to make you better at it.
Oh,
I'm just saying. It's like ask. You know how like when we talked about how we don't like
I
to
got
ask
stuck.
somebody for
Okay.
something, right? You know how when we talk about we don't. You know, I'm working on asking for help, real needed help, because we'll talk about something and you be like, well, just ask whatever, and it's like they can only say yes or no. Try it.
Listen,
You either gonna succeed or you gonna fail.
that's
And
what
if
it
you
is.
fail, you just go and figure out if it's what you really want. The failure will help you get to it because now you have to learn whatever it is you need to learn to get to what you want to get. Let me tell y'all something. And Mitch can let y'all know too, because we same age, just coming out of this school thing. He graduated a little bit
Mm,
before me, but being our age in a college full of an industry of people who are much younger than us,
mm-hmm.
because this industry is a young
Mm-hmm.
industry.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that shit, when you getting in there, especially when it's not the thing that you're focusing on, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And when I got there, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about most of this shit. I'm a screenwriter and a director, and some of this other shit I really just don't give a fuck about. But in order to succeed, you need to learn
Hello. Hello. Listen, let me tell you about AIU.
it.
All these goddamn little 20 somethings up in there. I don't do
Tell them.
music. I didn't sit down there and know these damn programs. They come up here talking about, oh, well, I do this at home. I do Fruity Loops and I do Logic and I do Reasons and I do a bitch just like, the fuck are you talking about? They went up in here. The instructor done said, "This baby, they done whip some shit together." A bitch is, I done got frustrated. I'm about ready to take that computer and throw it out the window. Now that bitch, I can't. And then I had to stop and say, "Okay, you know what, bitch, you are not going to be defeated. You can do this. You could do this. It may not be like they doing it because I done got intimidated, which is the part I didn't want to say out loud.
Mm-hmm.
They done intimidated me for knowing something I don't. And we are, and those of us who are old, we don't like say loud or think it. And that there is, I'm older than this child. I got more life experience. How the fuck you know this and I don't?
Listen, just like when you talk about
Okay.
in that music class, my first semester at AIU, y'all, I had an online class, History of American Cinema.
Oh,
Now, mind y'all, I love this class now.
oh.
Matter of fact, party, if you watching this, if you don't get back my damn textbook, I'm whoop your ass. Um, that damn Professor Mason. Professor Mason, I love Professor Mason to death now, but I didn't know him yet. My first semester online class, he said we had to do a video essay. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck is a video essay? I'm thinking about to cry. I email him, you know, they tell you email your teacher if you're having a problem. Okay, I don't know what to do. He keeps sending back, refer to the syllabus. Bitch, I can read. I can read.
Right.
I'm telling you, I don't know what the
Right.
hell
Number
he's saying.
one.
Because you
Number
guys
two,
don't
bitch, don't
know
you sit down here and
AIU.
treat me like you're one of these little young little motherfuckers, honey.
Right. And you guys, AIU is an accelerated program. Okay. So the professors think everybody that comes in already know stuff. I had no clue to what it was. I mean, I was losing my mind, in tears, not damn near. I was in tears. And I called one of the young guys who does videos from one of my other doors for Kush. His name is Eric. He always comes through for us when we need
Right.
videos and stuff like that. And I called him. I said, Eric, I don't know what it, and he got his degree from one of the other big universities. I said, Eric, baby, I don't know what the hell this man talking about. He asking me for a video interview, and he explained it to me so simply. He said, Miss Nikki, you just get some clips from some different movies or whatever you want to get them from. put them together, and make them tell a story. Now, I had never
Okay.
edited before or nothing in my life. I swear to God, what's the damn editing program that come on your regular computer? Movie Maker. Swear to God.
Movie Maker.
And I'm still, matter of fact, I think I'm gonna go back and redo this because I'm still proud of the clip that I did. What I did was I took a bunch of different clips from Spike Lee's movies to show how he used different camera angles to spotlight racism. So I took stuff out of Do the Right Thing, School Days, Jungle Fever, and Malcolm X to put together things.
Right.
But when I'm saying all this to say is, in the beginning, I didn't know what the heck. I really didn't know what it was. And sometimes you have professors who will not explain it to you. And like me said, you feel like, well, damn, I'm old. I should know. These kids shouldn't know more than me.
Right.
And I mean, until I asked the guys from our team, I probably would have gave up. And that was just my first semester. And that particular thing of asking Eric, please explain to me how I do this. And he put it in a text message, step by step, on how to do everything. I did it, and from then on, baby, you can't tell me straight now. Well, for Movie Maker.
Okay.
Because then we went to Premiere.
Right. How about that?
They dropped Avid on our asses. I was like, wait a goddamn minute. But I'm good at that now.
Okay.
Too. But it's
now
like
here, let me go here because Leah.
Go ahead.
She said her mama not the Princess Leia, honey. So I keep calling her the princess. Okay. But she said something here that's cute. I hit that same wall when I had re-enlisted in the Navy and was about to go out 2 years ago. I kept wondering if I'd be okay if I had got out, and then one day I'd managed to tell myself that everything would be okay. That same day, I witnessed a car accident on the freeway. That if I had been going a little faster than I was at the time, that I probably would have been hit and probably wouldn't be here now. I got a reason for being here. That's the only way I can explain it. And the car accident took place 6 months before I got out. How about that? Okay, how about that? Okay. Oftentimes, I see Red came up in here.
Okay.
Oftentimes, when we are you hear old people say you're at a crossroad. Okay, I'm at the crossroads. I'm at the crossroads.
Come on,
That's right.
Jonathan.
It's the blues song. I'm being at the crossroads. Okay, and the whole thing of it is that because you're at that place of where do I go? Okay, which direction do I take? Okay, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just that one road may seem to be bumpier than the other road.
I was going to
say, but we don't know that, do we? Because just because it's bumpy now,
something else going to happen.
Well, the thing of it is, because look at it like this: how many of us coming from the inner city, from the Midwest and from city living, to coming down here to country life? Okay, I don't know what it is to be in places without no goddamn sidewalks.
Baby, listen, listen, Linda.
I don't know what that is. Okay, so now all the streets that I know have been concrete and paved. I don't know about no goddamn dirt roads. Okay, listen, let Red come up in here because my son done called me for the third month. Red, come on up in here.
Well, wait,
and let me this call.
Hey, brother.
What's going on?
When we come down here, talk about we ain't know nothing about no damn dirt roads. Listen, I remember when we first went to North Carolina. We were stationed at Fort Bragg, right? Them motherfucking dirt roads. And I remember my husband said, "Listen, you can't be trying to run people over." I said, "Let me tell you something. Just because they ain't got no motherfucking sidewalks don't mean you walk in the middle of the goddamn street. They gonna become a fucking speed bump and playing with me."
Facts.
I did not understand that shit. And coming from the inner city and where we from, people ain't always.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something that got me. As I really didn't. I guess I was partying too hard when I used to visit here a lot. To pay attention to it, but then when I moved and became a resident, I looked up and I realized that me coming from the city, I grew up in a gridded place. Like 3 left turns and you back where you started.
Right.
Down here, if you take 2 left turns, your ass in another county. And I'm like,
listen, where we at, look, you know, if you cross the street.
Yeah. Right. If you cross, it's I don't know. I don't understand it. It's like, okay.
We say this. Me and Meech both live in College Park. But I'm in Clayton and he in Fulton.
But you can walk to his house. That's the crazy.
I can walk to his house, though. I go
Here's
to the
problem
corner.
I got too. Here's the problem I got too, Nikki. The lingo. I got down here. My first motherfucking argument, excuse my language, okay? Oh, and shout out to Leah, you know what I'm saying? That's my shipmate. Hoorah. Okay, look, but what I'm saying is walk into a McDonald's and walk up, and the little white girl smiles and she takes your order and she says, what kind of drink would you like with your meal? And I said, give me an orange pop. She says, we don't have that. I said, okay, what are you, out of orange pop? She said, we don't carry orange pop. And I was like, okay.
Oh, because you know in Philly we say soda too. So
okay, but when I looked, I said, look, little girl. I don't know what the joke of the day is or whatever it is, but you picked the wrong motherfucker to play with, okay? I'm looking at the fucking thing right there, and it says Minute Maid Orange got a doggone pop right there. I see what the fuck, I see you fixed 3 of them. What the fuck is the problem? I said, you want to play with somebody else? I said, because I'll go back there and fix my own shit.
Now, I was getting ready to say, now we say soda, but what the fuck, if somebody say pop, we know what the hell they talking about.
Right, but they don't. So here it is. She went to looking like, oh my God. I was like, you know what? I said, get your manager. I said, because you're playing with grown folks. So she got she go get the manager. The manager walked up and I said, look, I simply ordered my meal. I'm paying my money. And she asked me what flavor doggone pop I wanted. And I said, she asked me what flavor drink that I want. I said, give me an orange pop. And she's arguing with me that you don't have it. I'm watching everybody fix the shit in front of me while she's talking. And the dude just bust the fuck up laughing. He said, and I'm looking at him like, what the fuck is so funny?
What's so damn funny, bastard?
And he was like, bruh, I'm from Nap, man. Where you from? I said, oh, I'm from Chicago. He said, I figured that's what the fuck the problem was. He turned around and told her, he said, would you please fix some gentlemen a large soda, orange soda, please? I said, a what? He said, an orange soda. I said, now that's some country bumpkin ass shit I ever heard in my motherfucker.
Because I think what the whole word is what? Soda pop, right?
Correct.
Okay, so in Philly, we say soda, and then I heard other people say pop in different places. And
Detroit is pop, Chicago is pop, Indianapolis is pop.
Okay. So I'm like, even though that's not what I call it, if I hear somebody say pop, I know what the hell they talking about. It's a lot of weird things. Now, I will say, too, that when you talk about the lingo over here, I remember hearing my son and his friends have a conversation one time. And I don't know if this is like a young kid thing or what. But why they say goddamn after everything?
Everything.
I was going down to the store, goddamn, and goddamn, and then I went down around the corner and goddamn, I'm like, wait. And I mean, I try to get it because I know, like, from being from Philly, we say everything John. John is everything. John is a noun. It's a noun. It's a person, place, thing. It can be anything, right? So I get it, but I just don't get why goddamn got to come after every 2 words.
Nikki, when we got down here, my ex-wife I was with at the time when I first got here. Okay, we decided finally we were settled in. Let's go out. You know, we hear all this shit jumping on the radio. We were looking for the original, the original Club 112.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we come down. We down by Varsity, and we pull up in that BP right across from Varsity.
Okay.
And there was some gentlemen. They were standing out there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Okay. We dressed Midwest, baby. We shitty sharp. Okay, nigga got on gators and all of that. So here it is. We pull up. I roll the window down. I said, "Yo, play." I said, man, where's 112 at the Club 112? So he's sitting there, you know what I'm saying? he come up to one. He said, "Oh, I got your blood. I got your blood." He was like, "All right." He said, "Go right." He said, "Go right down here, right here, right here." He said, "When you get right there," he said, "Man, all you gotta do is turn that way, man. When you turn that way, man, when you go down, goddamn way right there, around that way, right there, Peachtree, man." And he said, "It'll be right there on your left." When he got done talking, I looked at my goddamn wife, and she looked at me. I said, "What the fuck did he just say?"
When we first down here, we needed a translator. I swear to God. Listen, I don't know if Showtime is still in here, but y'all gotta hear. If Showtime get back in here, ask him the one time they came to visit, like when we first got settled in McDonough. And I had made friends with one of Molly's friends' moms and everything. And all he wanted was to hear Tasha talk. He just was like, "Wait, Mom, don't get one of your friends that's like real country Georgia. I just want to hear them talk." Timmy Oz looked like a little kid. He was so amazed. He couldn't understand shit she was saying, but for him, it was everything. When she
Lord,
what did she say? I said, "Get the fuck away from me."
right, because now you playing.
Right. But I mean, I felt like it. I felt like I needed a translator when I first got down here. I really did. So
okay,
let's
do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna transition a little bit because I'm gonna bring this in to be topical. Okay. I just found out that
topical.
He in here. He in here.
Yeah, topical. How to catch it topical? Okay.
Oh my
goodness. The whole idea is that I say it's time for a career change because oftentimes, when we're stuck in ruts and sometimes we don't realize that they're ruts, oftentimes we get into positions where we don't understand what the fuck is going on. We want to move, but feel as though we can't. Don't want to hurt nobody's feelings or think nobody's going to believe what it is. But everything in you is saying enough is enough. I can't do this anymore. Okay. And I'm going to do this because I want y'all to see this. Because y'all know we're coming up on voting season. For those of you who are local here in Atlanta, especially if you're in DeKalb County, I need for y'all to support my boy. Okay. I need for y'all to support Harold Dennis, who's running for DeKalb County Sheriff. Okay. That election on I think it's October 30th. Wait a minute, because he just texted me. Because he's in on Facebook watching. So hey Harold, listen, I should send you to get you to come on up in here and say a couple of words, but I ain't gonna put you on the spot like that yet. Although I should, nigga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, can we get the dates on early voting yet?
Yeah. Well, early voting starts. Oh shit! You know what? Speaking of early voting starts tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
For us?
Yes. Yeah. For Georgia. Yeah. Early voting starts tomorrow.
Oh shit!
So get your ass up. We're going over here to the GICC.
Listen,
in the morning.
Well, I
in the morning.
Here. Remember, I have to go there.
Early voting. No, early voting. You can go anywhere.
Okay, I gotta get up. Like, even though tomorrow's what's that, Columbus Day or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Pretend you found something day. That's what that day is. Well, Philadelphia schools are not off, so Lily still has class in the morning, so I'll be up anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah. Yeah. 100 cheering.
What is your brother down there laughing about?
Okay. Vote Harold Dennis for DeKalb County Sheriff tomorrow. Early voting, October 12th through the 30th. Okay. Yeah, early voting because election is on the 3rd. So we got early voting starts tomorrow. So honey, get your asses out there. For those of y'all, I can't vote for me because I live in Fulton County. We're at the polls. Okay. At the poll, darling. At
polls in the morning, honey.
at the poll. Now listen, I'm going to do this because I think this is real cute, and again, time for a career change, and I think these children have did something. I don't know if y'all have seen this yet, but take a look at what all the black mayors have done.
Black women have always been on the front lines for social justice.
It's what we do.
We organize, make phone calls,
And yes,
we run for office.
all while being fly.
We stand up
Stand up to systemic racism,
fight for health care
and justice for all our citizens, and use our power, our right, our responsibility.
Black women.
Let's vote. Vote. Vote.
For Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Your turn, fellas.
Okay, we got this.
Fellas, brothers,
We've heard our sisters,
our mothers, our wives and daughters cry out for equality.
equality all across this country. And now it's our turn.
Our responsibility
to take our power back.
Black women vote more than black men.
And it's time we change that.
Don't give your power away.
Every single vote counts in this election.
Show up
Show out.
And vote
for Joe Biden
and Kamala Harris.
Dope.
Yo, that's some fly shit. Yeah.
Dope.
Baby, they did that.
Hey, that was dope. Hey, that was from the intellectual standpoint of the entire political situation. That was the dopest thing I ever seen.
Wasn't it just me?
Wait, I just need y'all to know that y'all niece just came over here and pointed to the screen and said, "Wait, where did he come from?" She didn't know her uncle had came into the.
Okay. But you know, hey, don't tell her the big guy ally is here, but the big red fella, the blues singer, he in the building too. You want to bring him in, Meech?
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Yeah, we can bring him in.
Y'all, that was some fly shit.
You so damn stupid.
We hear the background noise from the other one, you damn dumb.
Yeah, he wanted do trick photography and stuff. That's kind of cool. Okay.
That was so dope.
Right,
Yeah,
damn.
we definitely need the link.
Shut up, fool. I got to send this other
That
stuff to
link
him
was
too.
So put it in the TV too, so Cole can see it.
Okay, well, hold on.
I love
Wait
that.
a minute. Oh, wait a minute. How did I do that? Oh, I know how I did it. Okay. Here's what I'll do. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now having said that, time for a career change, child. You know, when we come to voting, we've done stuff in a way that this here is the first time that we have ever seen anything like that been done before. Black mayors can't push for a vote like that in a campaign. You understand? See, this is how we wake it up. You know, this is how we sit down there and get some shit done, because the other stuff, that there's some of the most powerful piece of black legislation, black leadership, you know, on a political standpoint. What?
That thing was so damn fly. I was in here hollering.
What?
They did that.
What? And I like how they pay. Okay, fellas, it's your turn.
Fellas, it's your turn. That was my
and then they come up there. All right, sisters, what's up? You know, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Wait, I'm gonna say this out loud because I kind of felt a little puss when they did that, honey. I felt a little puss. Okay. I felt a little puss. I was like, oh, come on, daddies. You know, I felt that. I did. I got a little sensitive, honey. You see me clutching my little breasticles. Okay, I got a little sensitive because I was like, oh, yes.
That was one of those things that I really wish we were a part of putting together. Because that was amazing. Yeah. That was amazing.
Okay, it was. And part of the thing, see, again, time for a career change. Okay, and let me define career. Let me define that and how I'm using this context. Because here, the reason why I'm saying career is because we know the difference between a job and a career. A career is something that you give all of your hard-earned time to. A career is something that you would do for free because you love doing it. And it occupies all of your time. It is effortless. Okay? Now, taking that definition, look at everything in your life that you do effortlessly. Whether that means you sleep all goddamn day, you scratch your nuts all motherfucking night, You fucking everything that moves 24/7. Anything that you do effortlessly. Okay, and yet it has not made the grade. It has not changed your life, or you have gotten to a point to where you know that it's time to do something else. Because now what you're doing, you know when you feel like you're just going through the motions. Okay?
Break that down.
When
You
you
know
that,
for me, I never when people be like, we was just going through the motions. I need somebody to actually break
Can
that
I?
down.
Go ahead. Go, what? Oh, here he go.
No. Give me a break.
Ain't that what the song said? That's what Neil Carter said.
Give me a break.
I was talking about the Kit Kat bar. But look.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Look.
A Kit Kat bar, honey.
That's God.
But see, no, actually what that is, okay, when you train a puppy, right? That puppy knows at 7 a.m.
Right.
Scratch on the door to go outside. That puppy knows when you're done doing their thing to scratch to come back in. Okay. That puppy also knows
That's right.
And bump the bowl with their nose when it's time to eat or when they want some water or something. You know what I'm saying? That puppy knows that they come rub the side of their stomach on you when they want some affection. That goes on for a year. After that, if that puppy goes blind, he will never stop doing the same things that he was doing. Get it?
All right, so it's just your routine.
It's just a routine.
Right.
You follow the routine of what each always says. It's like you're blindfolded, you get the blowjob, but you don't know if it's a man or a woman because it's just a feeling. You might have sex.
Exactly.
You might have sex Monday, Wednesday, Friday for a fucking year at 8 o'clock. And guess what? You're gonna continue to do it because it becomes just a part of the way that you walk upstairs and go to your bathroom or something.
Okay. How about? And you know what? But look at it from that particular perspective, though. Even in relationships, okay, how you approach your marriage could be a damn career. If you know how many, listen, and Nikki, you know that you a cook. Remember how the commercials used to tell us Wednesday night was spaghetti night?
Yes.
Friday night was fish and chips.
Yeah, fish.
Okay. Y'all know in the black neighborhoods how Sundays was always a Sunday dinner. Yes. You got a big dinner on Sundays, okay? Which is why holiday time don't mean shit, because I had to tell it to my boss one time. I said, child, he told me, oh, I can't wait for things. I get the turkey and all the fixings and things. And I looked at him. I was like, really? I said, and how often do you eat that? He said, oh, well, we only do this like this once a year. I said, child, oh, that is too cute. I said, honey, we do this every day. Okay, every Sunday, every holiday.
Every day.
Right. So it's nothing new for us to have turkey and ham and dressing and macaroni and cheese and greens and string beans. That's nothing.
Can everybody here name one dish that's guaranteed to be on the table at a white person's house during the holidays?
One pumpkin pie.
I know.
Green bean
casserole.
Oh, that's
okay. A string bean casserole. Yeah. You know.
Wait a minute. We had a white friend, right? And we invited her over for Thanksgiving.
In her Corningware.
And she said yeah, you're right. And she bought it over there. And when she got over there, I have an ex-mother-in-law that's ignorant as all outdoors, bro. When I say she's got them, you cannot stand next to her on the holidays because she gonna tell it like it is. So when the girl came in and she put that fucking casserole dish on the table with all the rest of the food, she was like, oh, I cooked everything. What you bring, baby? She was like, oh, since y'all was so gracious to invite me this year, I got my mother's recipe and I made some green bean casserole. And my ex-mother-in-law said, what the fuck is that? Bro, it's about 20 motherfucking people standing there, and she the only white person there.
Right. Okay.
And you know we always got one person in the family that has that friend.
She said that shit.
Sorry,
hey, I did just like this. I looked at my ex-wife, Nikki, I looked at my ex-wife, I said, that's your mama. And I went out the back door.
Right. Okay. Right. That part. Okay. That part. The cheering. Okay.
Just like I just said. She said it just like that. What the fuck is that? Like,
okay.
God damn.
But I get what you saying, Misha. And so that's like that for us all the time. The only thing different about the holidays for us is that everybody's coming.
Everybody comes to the house.
The food is the fucking same.
The food is the
everybody's
same.
coming to one person's house this time.
Which is why I don't like cooking traditionally on the holidays. Everybody who knows me, honey, on holiday time, baby, if I cook a turkey, you must know that I must be either in the mood for it or because I got it from the damn job. Because they gave it, they give us the turkey every goddamn.
The only thing that changes in our household during the holiday season is the days after the holidays, when you end up getting stuff like turkey hash and the turkey sandwiches.
Right.
Oh yeah, we done made turkey soup, turkey gravy and rice.
Yeah, right.
You done made. Listen, but I tell y'all what, I might not eat turkey on the day of Thanksgiving. Because I'm waiting to after 12, like,
right.
I'm put in the freezer because I need that turkey sandwich the next day. I swear to
you. Yeah.
I definitely need that.
Yeah.
Or many years who did the holiday meals for everybody. Like,
right.
I remember we have a place where we get all our produce from in Philly. It's a lot of them. They call Produce Junction, right? It's like our farmers market, but that's all they got is produce. And I remember the man asking me one time. Right. He said, do you cook for a church when the holidays come up?
So what's the saying,
no, something with raisins, Tracy. That damn nasty ass no flavor potato salad. Pecan. Hold on, Tracy, because pecan pie kind of good. It's that pumpkin pie shit that they.
Yeah, you keep that pumpkin.
But a lot of them make that their pecan pie, and they call it pecan. They make that their pecan pie either too sweet. Or don't have enough nutmeg in it, but I bitch, did you soften it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that thing for us about that, like you say, our food doesn't change. It's just how many people are coming and how much we making. And I mean, I literally, and I don't know if any of my kids or family are in, but they will tell you. Like one time, my little brother said to me, I said I made 18 sweet potato pies. Right? Sound like a lot of pies, right? I made 18 pies. This motherfucker came in the door and said, 18 pies, that's all you made? Bitch, do I look like Sarah Lee to you?
Right.
I got a motherfucking job, 5 kids, and I've been cooking for 3 days. And you complaining that I only made 18 pies. Because they have gotten so used to, you come to my house, and before you even get all the way in the door, you come and you get a pie and take it back to your car. Even before the food you might take home. Everybody already know that they're going to take a pie out the door. So he had a whole damn attitude with me.
Lord have mercy. Listen, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a commercial break.
I'm so fixated on that shirt. Whose line is that?
Huh? This line.
That's your nephew's line?
No, my nephew's line said Black Money.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's the Black Money shirt. This line, I don't know his name, child. I gotta find his business card.
Okay.
I was at the donut factory.
Oh, okay.
And a woman come walking through. She had the sweatshirt.
Okay.
And I said, "Oh, turn on. Can I read that?" And I said, "It said Blackaholic, and it's a noun.
Mm-hmm.
An adjective, personally for life-defiant, intelligent, innovative, loving race of people."
Oh.
That's the definition. And when I saw that, I said, "Oh my God, I need that." She said, "Well, this is my husband's design, and my husband sells them." So I said, "Oh, okay." So she gave me a business card, and I ordered 2 shirts. I said, "Oh no, I got to have it." I said, "Because y'all know I am on purposely supporting Black businesses."
Me too.
And even if I only buy one time, I may not like the product or whatever, but I'm going to support it at least.
Now, I'm glad you said that, because before you go to commercial, Now,
What, toilet paper?
no, I still haven't used it yet. The syrup.
Oh, you didn't care for it?
I think because it's so thin.
It's thin. Okay.
It's very thin. It's kind of because it's a maple creme. I think.
Uh-huh.
So now Lily don't have a problem with it, so I'm going to continue to buy it. Cole don't have a problem with it either, so I'm going to continue to buy it. But no, I don't really care for the taste. But I'm glad that they don't care because I'm going to continue to buy it because they're okay with it. But
Right. And but that's what products are about, because see, like the toilet paper, I like it, but I don't like it because it was like it comes in, it's a half a roll.
It's like this.
Yeah, it's a half a roll, and I was like, "Oh, sweetie, oh, okay." That threw me, and I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, man, when you handed it to me, I was like, "Wait, what's this?"
I got something for you, Red.
Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is? They make you talking about this smaller roll than the
yeah.
Yeah.
That black people full of shit. They know it. So
Go
to commercial. He gets on my goddamn nerves.
You know what? Fuck him. God damn it. Hell no, y'all don't even look at me. I'm not looking at you. No. Attention all business owners. Use your advertising dollars here. Looking to reach a more diverse audience for your products and your services? Well, this is the platform for you. Dishing Tea Entertainment welcomes all businesses who wish to expand their brands and looking for clientele that's more than grown and sexy, but also the seasoned and sophisticated. For more information on how this spot can be yours, contact Big Meat at 404-914-5610 or go to our website at www.dishingtea.com.
We are creating black luxury across this country.
The views and opinions expressed here on Dishing Tea TV are strictly those of the hosts and guests of this program. They do not reflect the views and opinions or governing actions of any of the sponsors or affiliates of Dishing Tea Entertainment, Artist First Entertainment, Big Guy ENT, Atlanta Hot Radio, Black GDP TV, or Diversity TV. Your viewing and listening discretion is advised. Okay, and we are back. We're back, and I want to sit down and thank you all for staying with us and tuning in with us and carrying on. Now, we're going to go into another aspect of all of this because I given you guys a homework assignment last week, and I want to know how many of y'all completed it. Now y'all know I did mine, and I read my letter yesterday, but I'm going to reread. I told y'all yesterday I was going to reread it today because there was a number of you who were not with us yesterday, and then of course, you know, I want to make sure that we hone in on this. And y'all know I tell you guys all the time the importance of learning how to love yourself and things of that nature. Time for a career change. How many of y'all have gotten so stuck on giving out your love to somebody else to where you don't know how to do it for yourself? And so your homework assignment was to write a love letter to yourself. Okay? Write a love letter to yourself and see what comes from it. And the thing of it was, don't try to force it. You know, what you're going to do, you're going to sit down and you're going to write and you're going to just transcribe what you hear. You're just going to sit down and just transcribe. You know, just going to write what you hear. Okay. So before I reread this letter, I want to go here because I see some of the comments that had came in with this. The princess says, just bought a cigar sampler from a Black-owned cigar maker. If anybody wants the web address, let me know. I'm trying to support more Black-owned businesses as well, slowly but surely. For those of y'all who smoke and carrying on, you know, this, that, and the other, for those of y'all who just want a cigar just for the prestige of the ambiance, yeah, Leah, put that up in there for us, honey. Yeah. We're going to always do that. And then that way everybody can make up their own opinions. You know, that's the one thing about having options. You know, when you have options out there, child, we have to build our own economy. This is why, hell, there's Dial, there's Dove, there's Tone, there's Caress, there's Irish Spring. If they could have a myriad of damn varieties and options, this is what we need to do as well.
Exactly. You got Rosen, Magnum. You got Ease, you got a bunch of
this on my fucking nerves.
I'm gonna mute his goddamn microphone.
He's
Why is your phone sitting up like that?
Yeah. However, his mom and his grandma and them right. Every time they went in the store, they like, listen. Let me tell you one goddamn thing before we go in this motherfucking store. Don't you say shit.
Right. Okay. Okay. Now, listen, before we get into this, okay, for the fun part of this, because I know this is going to get emotional when we start talking about it, but I want y'all to start thinking about y'all comfort foods. We had touched on it a little bit, but think about your comfort foods, okay? Those foods that always bring you joy. What's your go-to snack? What's that go-to dish? That you cook that you know every time you get it, honey, this is what it is. Either in your happy times or with you know those depressed moments or whatever, or those low moments. Okay, what is it that you just cannot do without? What is it that your mama cooked for you? You know, whenever it was that time that I just need my mama to cook me something. What is it that you wanted mama to cook or grandmama? Okay, think about that. When we get to it, I'm gonna have y'all put those in the comments and carry on, right? But here, because I was challenged.
Anything you can get your hands on, Timmy, that's a damn lie. You know me. Let me tell you how much he a lie is. You know, everybody in my family love my baked macaroni and cheese, right? So one time I told Timmy, I told Showtime, when you come down here I'll make your own plate, your own dish of baked macaroni, like your own pan for you. So they all fly down here, right?
Right.
I make this big ass like turkey pan full of macaroni and cheese. Timmy says, well, what they gonna eat? I say, that's a big ass turkey pan of baked macaroni. He said, you know what, Mom? I knew you was gonna say that. So I kept the text. This nigga pulled up a text and said, your text said you were making me my own pan of baked macaroni and cheese. So I don't know what they gonna eat. He said, that nigga looked at me and said, I knew you was gonna say that. So I kept the text. Something wrong with my kid. He was dead ass. He didn't want to get nobody know. Now he gave him a little bit, but he didn't want to.
Ass.
He was dead ass serious.
No, wait. I'ma beat your ass. I'ma beat your ass. Okay.
You go to your room. That's what you do. Go in your room.
Why do y'all ask questions you don't want the answers to? I'm not.
Listen, no. Okay.
In my letter, I say that's what I love to eat.
Okay. Listen, Eric put up. He gave us cast no cliff notes of his letter. Dear self, understand that life is short. You have often loved others fully and completely and not received it in return. You deserve better, except nothing less. Hashtag.
Ooh, since I wasn't here last week when y'all got that homework, I'm gonna just say I'm copying off Eric paper.
Okay,
yeah, but you got to understand that when you reading people and they're reading their letters and they're writing and they pouring out what's inside out, you got to really pull it out of them. I mean, if you look at what Eric says, it says, "Dear self, I'm understanding that life is short." That means he's a 1 minute brother that you don't often fully.
You're about to cuss your ass out.
And it also says right here he deserved better. That means he came across some mud ducks that did him wrong. And, you know
I got that point.
Right. So it says, you know what I'm saying, you have often fully loved others and completely not received. That means he gave head and the girl was selfish and didn't give it back. So I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. Eric, I'm here for you, brother.
I'm gonna mute your mic.
Eric, we're sorry. Eric, you heard the disclaimer on the commercial, right?
Okay. Right.
All of us don't always agree.
Listen,
the views and opinions.
No, I'm real deal. Eric, I love that whole comment and everything. I'm Eric, my boy. I'm fucking with him.
Yeah, I really loved it too because I really feel that really resonated with me.
Right. Okay. And that's the Cliff Notes version.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, when we homework assignment, the proviso was that you didn't have to share it if you didn't want to. But what I wanted you to share was what you learned from it. When you sat down and got through with it, what was that evoked? And what was that? And what did you learn about yourself? Okay. So here's what I wrote to, this was my love letter to me. And it sent me off yesterday, and it might do the same thing today because y'all know I'm a big old crybaby.
You better not
go. You wait a minute, because I got to get Eric his comment in. He said, "If you don't stop acting the fuck up, what the hell is you thinking about?" Okay.
He really don't know how, Eric. He don't know how.
So Genesis said, "Cutting the fuck up." Okay, just cutting the fuck up. Okay. Lord, today, Big Red is too funny. I'm done. Okay? Hey there, you. I've got you on my mind. Oh, wow. And I'm compelled to share with you how much I love and adore you. You are the only somebody who really gets me. Totally. You are not afraid to explore life with me. You protect me at all costs, which blows my mind. The way you speak up for me, the way you won't accept or allow others to intentionally hurt me. You constantly woo and coo me. You take me to places that I've never dreamed I'd go or ever be. You've introduced me to some wonderful life experiences, and I thank you for all of them. You are gentle yet firm with me. You won't allow me to wallow in self-pity or sorrow because you're always looking for a bright tomorrow. You are so kind to me. You really enjoy being in my company. You never belittled me or intentionally gone out of your way to embarrass me. You have never put demands on me that were counterproductive or demeaning. You constantly encourage me to excel and to be my best. You always push me towards my dreams and believe in my goals. You accept me for me, my entirety. You don't attempt to make my flaws a weakness. You continuously encourage me to see them as unique pieces of my character. You are my biggest cheerleader. You challenge my intellect and you cherish my intelligence. You inspire me to create opportunities for myself so that I can thrive. You have allowed me to be vulnerable. You guide me through those tough times without ridicule or scorn. You comfort me when I feel the weight of the world on my shoulders. In fact, you even offer to help carry the weight for me. You romance me and you enhance me. Your touch ignites me. You are tender with me. You are erotic with me. You show me how to let myself go and share my inhibitions with you. You take me to the outer limits of the world and bring me back safely. You mold me spiritually. You teach me and allow me to teach you. You encourage my growth. You sustain me. You entertain me. You mesmerize me. You glorify me. You hypnotize me. You strategize me. You affirm me. You confirm me. You invite me. You ignite me. You caress me. You impress me. You rose me. You chose me. And for all of these things and the ones I don't or can't put into words, I love you and I thank you for loving me.
You better come on. I thought we was about to go into the Jill Scott song. You enticed me in the chorus, honey. Sheesh. You did that.
Boy, you got me hot over here.
That was a love letter to self, honey.
Let me tell you something. If you ever was in a deep space or a dark place in your life, you have definitely brought yourself back. And I, amongst everybody else that heard it, I'm sure that we want to give you a round of applause for demonstrating what it is to doggone genuinely and unconditionally be a grown-ass man to yourself.
I'm trying to tell
Thank you for being the example that you are, Mr. Taylor.
Oh.
Because sometimes, baby, we need a guideline.
Because I'm telling you now, your parents can tell you everything, but when they throw that ball of clay, it has to get knocked around in the real world before it's molded into anything.
Give me a second. I know I'm going to have to record that.
No, because you already know I was going to ask you to.
Oh.
So, Mr. Taylor, can we figure out some little coinage and stuff, and let's get some situation with acoustic guitar?
Okay.
And Miss Nikki, if you would oblige the upstairs room.
It's always open. You know that for us.
Okay.
You already know.
Listen, I
Speaking of that, we need some help. I think I want to build a room out in the garage. Let's do it.
I have to.
We need to go look. We need to go see if Derek's Congos is still up at the school and go borrow them joints right quick.
Okay. The thing is, what this is my second time reading it out loud. When I wrote it, and I didn't, proof it or whatever to see how it flowed and all that kind of stuff, because this was just, when you write a love letter, and I've written some before, to other people, and I just wrote them, and I wanted this to be organic because I needed to hear me talk to me, And as I say, when you transcribe what you hear, all you got to do is sit down in front of a piece of paper, and the first sentence you may think about, because that's your assignment. Okay, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. That's how I heard it in my head at first. But when I thought about a real love story, then I just opened up myself to me and was like, what is it? What is it? Now, the rhyme and stuff is because I talk to myself in rhyme and riddle and the drama of it.
That's
I was like, okay.
That's all that is. That's just talent.
But for me, and I said this last night, I just did not realize how I love me. I know I love me. I never realized how I love me.
Well, you know what it is? That goes to the initial question, Meech, that you put out there when you said about us loving and doing for others more than we do for ourselves. And you're so busy being the doggone the tool and the doggone helping hand and the go-to guy for the world that you don't even realize that you're not sharing that with yourself. And you know what it is? It's the overconfident move that there's a subconscious in you saying, bitch, I got this. I love me, so let me love somebody else. I love myself so much I got enough to share. But sometimes you forget to fix yourself a plate. You understand?
The fix, I like that. See, yeah, because I'm so busy serving the food. And Nikki, this being a cook. When you're serving the food and you're tasting it, trying to make sure it's right for everybody, by the time it's time to eat, you're not sitting down to enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah, because I was trying to do everything for everybody else. I'm tired. We talk about these Thanksgivings and stuff that I used to cook for. You know how many times I would get done and my house would be full, but I would be upstairs in my bed? Because y'all don't wore me out. It was like, I love to do it. I look forward to it, but I will be wore the fuck out.
But Nick, that's a love that people not gonna never be able to grab and understand, that you are loving yourself by loving others.
By loving others, right. But what happens, the thing is that when we are depleted, there's usually not anyone there to replenish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our kids and carrying on, they are kids and they're going to do it in their way, but the way that it needs to be done, they don't have the capacity to do it.
Don't have, because it's not what you need, even no matter how much they try.
Right.
It's not what exactly you need.
Just remember the statement I made last week, because you liked it. Remember the statement I put up there? Nobody can break your heart like your kids can.
Okay.
Oh, baby. That's the truest shit ever.
Oh, I am still crying and I don't believe
nobody can break your heart like your kids or somebody you love. Because this is what I used to tell people about, like people in the street. A motherfucker in the street can't hurt my feelings because I don't know you. I don't give a fuck about you. In order to be able to hurt my feelings, I have to love you.
Okay. Oh,
you can't really hurt. Like, you might be able to piss me off, but you can't hurt my feelings.
Right.
You know what I picked up?
Motherfucker you love can fuck your feelings up.
Auntie, you know what I picked up from Meech? And I picked up from Meech, and I am so fucking entertained by it because I use it. because he knows I'm around a lot of masculine, want to be macho motherfuckers. That's their protective coat when they're in the streets.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he says something all the time, and he don't realize how powerful it is against the masculine mold. And he says all the time, "Oh, that's cute." When you tell a grown ass macho thug ass nigga that says shit to you that he think he hurting your feelings, and you say, "Oh, that's cute."
Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
Fucked up. He is fucked up for the rest of the day. So I took that and I used it. I know the play. I know what he I know where he used it, but I kept hearing it. I kept saying, what if I say that to a nigga that think he the toughest motherfucker on the planet? Like, really, what the fuck can he say back to me? So when motherfucker talking crazy,
he ain't gonna talk to you no fucking more.
Talk to me no more. So I said, you know what?
Yeah, he ain't gonna say shit because he ain't gonna talk.
He has gifted me with a shutdown. See, so I was like, so I did. So motherfucker be like, "Oh fuck you, man! Your big ass slows down." That was cute.
Right. Right. Okay. Let me go to the comments, child, because I'm trying to.
He's trying to get himself together. We know, baby.
Yeah, because see, it's moments like this where I have to, you know, when you say you got to take your own medicine, you know, and it's moments like this because oftentimes I know what it is when I had got letters like this from other people to find out that there was a lie later. You know, I told y'all, I don't know if I told y'all this story, but one of my exes, honey, the very first guy that I actually fell in love with, and carrying on, or should I say, I let myself be deceived by because what I thought was love wasn't. He was the first guy to absolutely tell me that I was attractive, but didn't want nothing in return.
Oh yeah, I remember.
The child Michael said that to me. Oh, that boy, he walked off. Bitch, he's and meant it and walked away. And my sister friend, Miss David, David was in that car, and David started to pull off. I said, "Bitch, if you don't turn this goddamn car around." And we had a conversation. And I said, "Well, listen, come on back to the house because we're going to be down here," because that's what I was traveling to Toledo every weekend from Detroit. I said, "Well, we're going to be down here for the weekend and, you know, come on through." So that's what started us and this pseudo relationship that I had. And it was rocky because at the time I had ignored the fact that boy was on drugs because I didn't know it until I had got my heart.
You had told us about that.
He was a crackhead to his heart at that time. And so when he was in jail, you know, I'm writing him and carrying on, not catch it, because this is my spirit telling me what was going on. Because I will always tell him, "Don't lie to me. If you don't like me, this, that, and other, don't lie to me." And he always responded back that, "Oh, baby, I love you, blah, 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 blah." But what I have found out, the bitch he was fucking in the jail was the one that was writing the letters to me.
I remember you told me that.
Okay. Because he said he did not know what to say. So that's who was writing the letters for him, or telling him what to write, rather, because it was in his handwriting. And then when the heifer got out of jail, that heifer wrote him a letter every day that she was away from him. It had got up to being 22 pages. He sent that letter to me. It took the sexual to about page number 17. And that's when we started going until, "Oh, you come home from work and I'm in the shower and we this and we that." And then we go on to the table and then we go into the living room. And that was the very first time I ever went to my mama with a boy problem. Because I didn't have the child that fucked me up. Okay. And so to get love letters and carrying on, you know, I had a hard time believing it. And when we were kids, you know, we did a back and forth. Did you love me? Check yes, check no, blah, blah, blah. You know, that was one thing. But I had never gotten like letters like that. The last time I got a letter was my Jerry Springer story I told y'all about. Okay. And so, which I still have that letter, by the way. So it's very interesting. So to go through this exercise and do this homework, to hear these words and know that they came from a place, and that's why I'm so emotional, because I'm saying I didn't recognize how I love me. You know, I never recognized it. It's one thing to say, "Oh, I love myself," and I, you know, this, that, and the other, but I never recognized how I love me. You know, and it's growing because I'm in the space of learning to love myself, how I can best be my own best friend. Y'all know we listen to Beyonce say that time, it's me, myself, and I. To the end, I gotta find out that there ain't no need to cry, because I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Okay, and I love that line of the song.
Because how you gonna be able to how you gonna be, just like in a relationship, you have to teach people how to treat you. Right. How can you teach them how to treat you if you don't know how to treat you?
Exactly. So that's why which is why when I read it yesterday for the first time, and I had a cocktail in me, so it made me a little bit. I thought it was the liquor talking yesterday, but I wasn't. I just took a few sips, so I wasn't in my element that enhanced that. But no, this now is so settled with me to where now I know I'm going to have to record this, and I'm going to have to put that out there because it's to me, but I know somebody else can use these words because, you know, this and this may seem graphic, y'all, but for the sake of if I did not have people living here with me, bitch, I'd be fucking myself right now. Okay, because or at least let me put it and say,
no, mute his mic.
I'm saying no. I'm talking about no. Hold on, no. Don't be so mean to the big guy. Look, I'm just saying, it's like you use. I understand what
you like. You stuck.
The words are used. Nikki, come out, go out, and come back. But
I got it up on the big screen. Oh, I got stirred. Am I frozen?
Go out and come back. Yeah.
I can see you on the big screen anyway. It don't even matter.
Okay, but what I'm saying is this. I know what words you use, but I know what you're saying.
Right.
If I didn't hear your letter, then I would have been really thrown off and I'd have had some wild shit to say. But the fact that I heard your letter, I put it like this, Meech. People don't say, well, I'll say, you say intimate with yourself. You would be intimate with yourself. You would know what level of intimacy that you need when you're alone in the room. Okay, so what I'm saying, we all know what buttons to push on our bodies because our minds guide us to that through life. But people don't understand being intimate could be just something as simple as jazz and a hot bath. Or you know what I'm saying? Right. It could be just that simple.
Oh, sweet.
It's nothing more orgasmic than doggone doing something that actually grooms yourself. Men have a problem when you doggone start talking to them and conversating with them about exfoliation and self-grooming and things like that. They start thinking you're less of a man when you're not. No, you're a cleaner man, and you also are more mentally doggone hollow. I say hollow because you open up avenues within yourself that brings out emotions that you need to bring to the forefront because you don't know what the fuck to do with them on the inside. You need to bring them outside.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That don't make you know girl or no little bitch because you want a glass of wine, candlelight, and a bubble bath with nobody there. No, that makes you somebody that's getting to know themselves.
Okay.
Hello.
I mean,
and
Preach to the children.
It opens up. See, one of the lessons that I'm hoping comes from this homework assignment is that all of us learn how to be vulnerable with yourself. We say it all the time about looking in that mirror, but all the time when we say look into that mirror, we always talk about making sure you dig deep about your flaws and about this and another. But I want to take a positive spin on that, so that when you look into that mirror, honey, you are looking into your essence, everything about you that makes you tick. It's okay to feel fuzzy. See, like right now, I'm in that state of bliss right now because oftentimes I remember the day. Oh, here we go. I didn't mean for this to come up. God, I didn't mean for this to come up. I remember the day when I had to call my mother because this is back home in Detroit, and my roommate at the time, I felt like he should have been reciprocal because I had cared for him when he was down and this, that, and the other. And all I needed was, I just wanted him to hold me. Okay. So I was in that space. I was like, "Dear, just come hold me." Because I didn't want sex from him. I just wanted to be held so that I would know that I was okay. And he told me he couldn't do that. And so everything in me broke. Well, I won't say broke. I just came apart because just like a puzzle. When the puzzle come apart, it's not broken. It's just in pieces. And I was there because I felt like, wow, here I am. I'm in need, and I had nobody to be there for me when I was there for everybody else. And at that time, I was so that way. I was like, I know I could count on him for this. But then at the same time, I knew he wasn't my best friend because my best friend would have. Okay, but he had just got into a new relationship. We wasn't living together. He was living in another part of the state, and I couldn't call him. That was like 2:00 in the morning. And I called my mother instead because I was crying. And I said, "Mama, I just feel as though I don't have anybody who loves me right now." And I told her, I said, "Mama, I just want to go to the store. I just want to go get me a bottle of liquor, and I just want to drink myself into sleep." And my mama told me, she said, "Baby, you ain't gonna find what you're looking for at the bottom of that bottle." She said, "Because it ain't there." And I said, "But Mama, I just hurt so bad because I do so much for so many people, and yet I don't have anybody who loves me." And I remember that day so thoroughly. And now to be here and to have these words come out, and I can actually say these to myself, this is the lesson. At that time, I think I was 33. But that's 20 some odd years ago now that I went through that. And here we are here. And see, at that time in my 30s, I was starting to experience a lot of health problems. I was on oxygen because my oxygen levels were so low. That's what I was told. I had sleep apnea and things of that nature. I was starting to have sexual side effects and shit from the medicines and all that. So as a 30-year-old, honey, I did not understand what the hell that was. And something just hit me right now because my mother was 30 years old when she started having her health problems. And she had to lose her job and became disabled with 4 kids, no husband. That just hit me how our lives parallel. So to go from there to have these, that's what's taking me on this emotional trip. And so now This here is what I'm hoping that the exercise will do. This is why I try to make sure that y'all will see if y'all go when I posted the link up to say we're coming on live. I always try to put some kind of homework assignment or some kind of fun thing so that it invigorates us and ignites us into understanding who we are. Y'all see what kind of world we live in. This is a fucked up, okay? But it doesn't have to stay that way. Michael said it best when he says, I'm starting with the man in the mirror or the woman in the mirror. Okay.
Hold on.
When we start there.
Stop right there. I'm glad you said that right there.
Right there.
Because I would say a class, instead of a homework assignment, this is what I was going to say, that we started out this way. And then the people that's watching the show and that's involved in him in the comment section, that they can type the same. Each one of us will take a turn, right? And name 3 things that you see. When you look in the mirror, the 3 things that you see are.
Oh, that's good.
Because everything that's good or bad comes in 3s. So when you look in the mirror, the 3 things you see are what?
Okay.
I really want Nikki to go first. Get it together, Nikki.
You all right over there, Gail? Because you still frozen on our end, so that might be a good thing. Because I know you'll cry like me.
I can hear her.
Okay, well, I'm going out and coming back in. I'm glad I'm frozen because y'all don't need to see.
No, but I can hear you because soon as I can hear your word.
Okay, let me go to some of these comments while we're waiting on her to come on back in. Let's see. Leia said, Big Red is on spot. I'm guilty of it too, helping others and forgetting about myself. Don't let past hurts affect your future for love. Love every person you encounter is not like the last person who hurt you. Okay, that's good. I like that road. That's why you put yours up for later. As a cook, I can definitely relate. In life, I definitely need to start saving a plate for me. Woo!
Yes, sir.
I like that. I really like that. I really like that.
Now that is a t-shirt.
I really like that.
Damn it, that's good. I'm saving that for later. Okay.
Right.
Okay. That's cute comment. I know one so-called macho coworker who don't do shit anyway, who needs to hear that.
That's cute.
Okay, she's I can hear you, but you were frozen. Okay, attention, Mrs. Big Red, please come get him.
They was calling you.
Okay.
Charlie, you to get me off it.
Okay, or an L and a video game with the lights low. JK. Just know.
Hey, you right, your time. Roll up.
Okay. Nothing wrong with manscaping, and doing that pleases your mental and emotional self as well.
And it's very cute for the person that needs to see it. Thank you, please, and thank you.
Okay, come on, children. All right, a cigar, a glass of bourbon, and some bossa nova is my way of being intimate with myself. Okay, you better say that. Bossa nova is that homegrown-ish shit, mate. Okay, listen at y'all. Okay, bring it on. Oh, hell no. Bring it in. Bring it on in. Okay. Smart, cute, brave. Okay. Beautiful, smart, strong. Oh, okay. I see caring, supportive, and thoughtful. Oh, come on now. Come on, children. Come on, children. Oh,
are you ready?
I can say when I look, I see smart, strong, and weak.
Okay.
Because I have to be strong for everything and everybody, but I be so weak in my heart and in my spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't want to admit the weakness because you feel like if I'm weak, then everybody gonna look at me like I can't be this and I can't be that.
That's because servitude with no return breaks you down.
Oh, say that. Say that.
It's the truth.
And especially y'all know what's on my spirit right now. So to have to be strong in front of everybody else.
Right.
It says love yourself in all seasons. I like that.
My shirt say, love thyself in all seasons. That there is a shirt, but
that's a shirt.
Make that. That's a shirt, baby.
Hurry up before I do.
That's
You know
one.
I got a online thing. You better hurry up, Eric. Don't be trying to screw me either. But I'm and speaking of seasons, I'm in the season that is a battle. This battle, because there's a war going on, and I'm in steps of the battle. You know what I'm saying? And as of right now, we didn't lose the war, but we lost a big battle last week. And to have to put on this face of, like you said last time, Meech, in the reading, you have her there because she's a piece of him. So when someone that young looks at me for an answer to why he can't be here.
Right.
And to have to look at a 6-year-old.
Right.
And come up with something that would make her be okay about her daddy not being here.
Right.
It's so hard, but I have to.
And it's draining.
Okay, Nicole, let me tell you something. I mentioned this to Meech, right? While you were gone. And believe me, we were praying and bleeding for you.
Oh, I felt it. I knew y'all was.
But here's what I mentioned this to him, and I don't know if you ever recognized it. Just like I just said, I asked like the 3 things, you know what I'm saying, when you look in the mirror. Okay, it's just crazy how I'm a powerful thinker of 3s. 3 ways to get out of things, 3 ways to get things, 3 ways to accomplish things. I never take an answer. You got yes and no, and the 3rd way is the highway. That's how you get there. Okay. But the 3 of us doing this show, putting out powerful messages, sharing doggone intimate, doggone past, all 3 of us have a child incarcerated wrongly.
Right.
And you know what? And when you were, before you had came in the other day, when I said, I can't wait to get these transcripts because the shit that happened in the courtroom with us was such a fucking circus that unless I can prove to you, you wouldn't believe me. I mean, I know y'all believe me, but the shit was so crazy that had I not been there, I wouldn't have believed it.
But that's what's going on right now. And all 3 of us have got all 3 different cases, and all 3 same things got there's pots of shenanigans connected.
Exactly. And for us to have to, we have to encourage each other. Like that day, Red, you weren't able to answer the phone, but I didn't call Meech or you. I called the Dish and Tea page. That first day when I got there, I said, please pray for my peace because I'm about to go to jail. Didn't I, Meech? Meech and Tay answered the phone. I said, I just need for you to pray for my peace because I'm about to go to jail. And when I said it, I wasn't like, oh, maybe. I mean, I had just got dripped up by the goddamn sheriffs. This journey that we all have to take right now for our children. I don't wish it on nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we're trying to be the best for that little girl, and not only for her, but for her dad as well, because I I don't want him to feel like, oh my God, now I can't be there for my kids.
Right.
So for me, I feel like, don't worry, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like even when he was a young kid and he first had a Vega, he was still in that last year of school. And I remember it was talks about, well, I might have to drop out of school. Oh no, the fuck you won't. I got you.
Right.
Guess who won't be dropping out of no motherfucker with? Not as long as you got a mother. She will have everything she needs and you're going to go to school.
Right.
And like I said, like when we talk about those cases and stuff, when they get in there, they try to make them seem so demonistic and all kinds of stuff. You know, you didn't hear that when all of this happened, he had 2 kids and 1 on the way. You didn't hear that when he graduated from high school, he graduated highest honors in science. You didn't hear that when he graduated from college, he graduated on the president's list. You didn't hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? You want to demonize these kids, and when you demonize, and like I'm never to say I got angels. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But what I know is he didn't do this.
Right.
Well,
and what I do know is you have 2 Caucasian people who you let go. Well, one totally let go. The other one won't get a lower sentence. These are the people responsible, and you know it. But you want to lock up the black and the brown boy. The other little boy I feel even worse for than my son. Never even got out the goddamn car. Yet still, they charged him, they convicted him of the same thing. This boy never even stepped out of a car. This boy's mother died when he was 4 years old. And you trying to take away his life? And he didn't do nothing?
Well, I know that. I already know.
So yeah, that's why when you first said, I was glad when y'all said I was frozen. Because when you said, nigga, you go first. Who, baby? And even though I keep saying that in our shows about looking in the mirror, because I've been having to be forced to look in the mirror. And baby, sometimes you ever just get in the mirror and just cry?
Nikki, the reason I came up with that because it was one night and I couldn't sleep. I was just my body was restless. I just couldn't sleep. I'm up and down, up and down, up and up, up and down. I mean, it was worse than ever.
Right, Tim.
And so I sat there and I said, man, I go in there and I went in the bathroom and it was like I was really talking to God. I'm like, man, can I get 3 hours straight? You know what I'm saying? And so I said,
oh, I'm so glad you said that, Ray, because now I know that's not just me. Y'all know I wake up like y'all. First of all, I have insomnia, so then when I do get to sleep, I can't stay asleep.
And I said, I sat there and I thought about it. And then I'm looking in that mirror. Not a person in this house is budging. There's no noise. Nobody's snoring. Everybody's calm. I'm the only one that can't sleep. And I looked in the mirror, and for some reason, that's why I came up with this. I said, for some reason, all I can see is, I'm looking here. I'm thinking about my past. You get what I'm saying? So that would be my yesterday bringing me to today, wondering what the 2 of those did for me tomorrow.
Okay.
And when you start thinking like that right there.
I know. This one, y'all see that comment?
Yeah.
That one right there, he can't function right now. And I knew exactly what he meant when he called me yesterday. He said, I'm not happy, I'm not sad, I'm not mad. I said, I know what you are. You are exactly what I am. You're numb.
Yeah.
You're numb.
People don't like
Red, looking in that mirror sometimes, I think and that's why I said I keep speaking it into the shows. We need to look in the mirror. We need to look in the mirror because I can't look in the mirror that long. If I stand in the mirror, I wind up crying. And that shit is crazy.
Oftentimes, most of us who have been deemed the strong ones and this, that, and the other, we have been doing it for so long till we forget that we too need a release. I say this all the time. Superman had to go back to the Fortress of Solitude. Okay,
Right.
y'all saw Superman 2, The World Without Superman.
He had
No,
to
he
go
had to
back.
get the fuck
Yeah.
away to
He
go
had to
get
go back.
repentance.
He had to.
Okay, y'all watched Wonder Woman the series, honey. When it came into the new series, what happened? She had went back to Paradise Island.
She went to Paradise Island, baby.
Okay, to go be with the sisters that her mama and carrying on. 40
To help her
years. 40 years had passed before she came back. Okay, because she was in the 40s when they was in World War One. How did she come back? Honey, we in the 70s.
When she come back, we was what, in the 70s?
Yeah. Okay. So Batman is always going back to the Batcave.
Always.
Okay.
And you think about that, me, since when you're saying it, what about now? Because, like, I know for me, when we were talking, you know, like when I went home, not this time, but the time before, and I said, you guys, the water is calling me. It's calling me. It's still calling me because my youngest son fucked it up when I went home. You're lucky it's your birthday today, you little bastard. But with COVID, you know, we can't, like, even us, like you said, we got to replenish. And with COVID having a soul, whatever, it's even hard to do that. Like the place for me, like most people go to Miami to party.
Right.
I go to Miami because I love Miami's beach.
Okay.
I love feeling the way I feel when I'm on that beach or when I'm in that water.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Miami is the biggest fucking hotbed. They are a hotbed like we are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to risk my life to go there, but I need it. And what do we do next? What do we do for that?
Here we go.
Because all the other stuff, the stuff that we're trying to do because we can't do what we really want to do, ain't working right now.
This is why, this is where this comes into play. Because, like, y'all know, I like those little $5 fountain things that you can get at the little CVS or whatever, tabletop little fountains.
Yeah.
That, or one of those little sound machines, or you could get the little water things.
Yeah, well, you know I have all that. Look, y'all see this one? This little fountain. Can y'all see that? That's an incense fountain.
Right.
So the smoke flows down it like water.
Okay, sometimes what you have to do is when you're not in a space, this is where the power of spirit comes in, because now you got to create it and you got to visually take yourself there. That's what meditation does.
Mm-hmm. But y'all, that's what I'm saying. You know, I meditate every day. I meditate every day. So that's my normal thing. So right now, it's not working.
Now
the only part of meditation is working for me is the hypnosis that I need to go to sleep. But when I do my regular meditation and stuff, that's not working right now.
Because right now I'm gonna have to teach you what we call spiritual journeying. And that is when you call for one of your spiritual guides to take you further. Because now you have to create it.
So like a quest.
Yeah.
Want a spiritual quest?
Yeah.
Okay. I've never done one before, but okay.
But what that's going to do, because I read on that he's talking about that, and I never believed in that stuff until I saw it for myself. You know, I just walked out of the room. I was just in awe because I know the person that was going through that. You know how you can say somebody has never been somewhere and never done nothing, but you doggone sit and go into that much of a relaxation in your life or that moment, and you could be able to describe something I know you haven't witnessed, but I have, and you saying it to the team.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I mean, so what he's telling you is you're going to be able to smell the water.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I need. I need a spirit quest.
Oh, honey.
You're going to smell the water.
Spirit quest, and then we got to cleanse. I had this happen to me, and when my girlfriend did, I was living in New York at the time. When my girlfriend did it, it fucked me up, child, because I didn't believe it. And she told me, I stood straight. She told me to think, to open up my spirit and to have my hands stretched. I said, okay. And she came to me and she unzipped me. Right?
Oh.
And when she unzipped me, I felt my spirit exit. And I saw it. Oh God, it was floating above me, and it's like in the movie. You know how you see like the little fairies and shit, or the spiritual beings in the movies. I saw just do these little pirouettes, and it was spinning around like it was dancing to be free. Then she said, and she was talking to me in a real calm voice. She said, now picture yourself by a waterfall. And I did. She said, now tell yourself to go cleanse. And I watched my spirit go in that waterfall and just come out, just washed clean. And then she said, now call it back. And I called it back, because I'm guiding it back to me. And when he came in, she zipped me back up. And when I tell you, I had, baby.
You know what that's making me feel like I need to go do? I'm feeling like I need to go get a Reiki treatment.
Okay.
Have you guys ever had Reiki? It's the transference of energy.
Yeah, I
my
had a treatment.
God.
Well, I was supposed to when I was in New York. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all know, I told y'all there was a few years when my sickle cell was out of control, right? And I remember I was getting a transfusion one time, and I was in a lot of pain. And the lady came through at the hospital, and she said, well, we have this new thing, people try more spiritual things and blah, 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 blah. And it's, it's called a Reiki treatment. And I was in so much pain that I was like, well, shit, it can't hurt.
Right.
They never touch you.
Right.
But the energy of them being right above of your surface, like we say when we talk about that fly and shit, you can feel.
Right.
It's like that. Like being able to feel like when a bug would come near you, but all over your body.
Yeah.
When I tell you the first time that lady did that to me, I still think about transfusions because my hemoglobin had dropped, but the pain was gone.
So the pain away.
The pain was gone. There's a lady here, if I can find her card, this African-American woman, she's a therapist. She does all kinds of therapy, but she's also licensed Reiki too. Matter of fact, Mook has a couple friends that are Reiki. Reiki. I don't know what they call them.
Nick, you remember that song that I gave to a school, and it was for Black History Month. That's
yeah.
She's doing the word and she's singing.
Yeah.
That girl singing. I really had picked her up and dropped off a few times, and she got certified for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Mook got two people that's certified Reikiologists and stuff like that too. The feeling of it is amazing.
She tried to explain it to me, and then one time she had clients, and it was a couple, because she was trying to break it down to me. That literally rented out a room at a nice hotel across from Lennox.
Yeah,
if they had her come do.
Right. Okay. Now I will say this, because if you guys are into the energy thing and the spiritual thing the way we are, Reiki is a transference of energy. So you need to make sure the person that's doing it gives you good energy. Because it's a transference of energy. If you want to try Reiki, you make sure that when you get around that person, do a consultation with them first. Don't just go and say, I want to get a treatment.
Right.
So that you can feel their energy, so that you know that their energy will be okay for you.
Exactly.
Because it's exactly what I said. It's a transference of energy. So it's like if you want a lower frequency or whatever.
Right. I like that. A lower frequency. Sometimes I feel like my spirit energy has been taken, and I run it on instinct. How do I fix that?
Right. So if you want to get a Reiki treatment, they're transferring energy into you. So you want to make sure that their energy is going to be something that will be good for you. So, like I said, y'all, this was very powerful and good for me. And that lady, I guess the empath in me, and you guys will be able to do it too. The empath in me knew that was okay. at the time.
Right.
Because I don't really like people around me that much. Like if I don't know you, like with me. And it was a little old white lady too.
My spirit, honey. I've always felt like I have connection to life and things around me, but right now I feel like I have a blockage in that spiritual energy.
He's not lying. He's not lying. Take me places where I'm not expected to go and be a bigger.
Big ass piece
in a hug right now. Save me a piece. Don't eat a big piece. Cut it in half. Okay? We trying to
heard of it, but never had it done. I've heard of that here in Philly before. Okay.
Yeah. So let me tell you, when Genesis just says that he feels like he has like a blockage or whatever, this boy of mine at 3 years old, this is the story. Okay, so in our apartment in Germany, there's like, let's say I'm laying in my bedroom, and I can look right out my door, right? Right out my door. His room was like right outside the door to the right. So he would play in the hallway. Me and Brian were laying in the bed. It was just one of them. It was a week. It had to be a weekend if we were just laying in bed. He was home. Timmy's outside in the hallway. Now I hear a grown ass man's voice. Now we can see him. Like he's not out of our view in any way. We can see him clearly playing with his toys in the hallway. I hear a grown man's voice. Now I think I'm going to fuck crazy. Because Timmy's not talking. I'm looking at Brian. By the way I'm looking at him and he looking at me, I know he done heard something too. So we know ain't nobody in our damn house. So we lay there and we don't say nothing. Timmy is talking. Now we don't hear it no more. But now Timmy's talking. We both sat there and waited for him to get finished. Call him in the room when it's done. Timmy, who was you talking to? Just like it wasn't shit. He said I was talking to God.
Okay.
I said, what'd he say? From that moment to up into like a year after that, whatever damn language that was, he spoke in, he said the same thing every time we asked him. Don't know what the fuck it was. I tell you, he's like 3 or 4. I said, well, what else he say? He went back to English. He told me that he had to go back and do some work, but he'll be back to talk to me another time. Brian looked, he leaned over, he said, I ain't never gonna beat him ever again. So I get up. I get up, y'all know Germany's 6 hours ahead. So I get up, I call my grandma. My grandmother was still living there. And I called my grandmother mom too. I said, Mommy, we just heard some stuff, blah, blah, blah. And the boy said he was talking to God. You know what she said? Well, what's wrong with you?
Right.
She said, I've explained to you about your gifts 1,000,000 times.
Okay.
And I've always told you that angels and the Most High speak to kids.
To kids.
What the hell are you panicking on this phone for?
Kids and animals, child. That's why we can't.
Yes.
That's how come we can't. Child, could you imagine if we were able to really communicate with animals?
Okay. If we was Dr. Doolittle's for real.
Hello.
So when he tells us that he's having a spiritual blockage, he's been like that since a little kid.
Okay. So you saying Dr. Doolittle?
No.
I'm just saying I would keep me a flock of sheep. I know that.
You're nasty.
Well,
see, this we can wrap the night up. We've been on here 2 hours and a half.
Okay.
But you guys, this has been, I hope that we help people or no hugger. Oh, Eric, I'm gonna send you an air hug. There you go.
I'm gonna tell you what happened with me that night when I hung up from my mother.
Okay.
Because after I cried with her and she was pleading with me, she's saying that I wasn't going to find what I was looking for at the bottom of a bottle. And I had to tell her, I said, well, the stores are closed now. I can't get it anyway. Okay. When I hung up from my mother, I sat down and I just said, God, I need you to hug me.
Oh.
Let me feel your presence because I don't. And I said that maybe like 6 times. And on the 7th time, when I was about to start to say it, it wasn't like Michael Jackson with the bed illuminated kind of shit, you know? But I felt, because I had my eyes closed, of course, at this point, but I felt and I saw the light or that brightness, and I felt something around me hug me and just hold me. And that's how I nestled myself to sleep.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how I nestled myself to sleep. Because at that point, I was in a space to where I was like, no, because especially I was still actively involved in church at that time. So I'm like, no, everything that I'm supposed to know about God is supposed to be this. And it's not doing me. You know, what would Jesus do, honey? Well, hell, Jesus, they ain't never said what happens when I'm looking for love and can't get it.
Right.
You know, and it was beyond the sexual aspect of it, because I'm not looking for sex. I could have got that. That's not what I wanted.
This was the emotional part.
You know, and that's what it was. And so that is how I was able to go to sleep that night. And that's what brought me calm and peace. And then the next day, I was able to jump around. Now, it made my roommate nervous because now he's thinking I'm trying to have him and shit and all that old bullshit. And it caused a rift between us. Okay. That really didn't, if it got worse over time to where I ended up having to kick his ass later. But that's another story. But yeah, it caused the rift. And now I had to learn how to get a hold of that, you know.
Yeah.
And then that was one of the first times where I had to open up about understanding love and sex, because I was still enthralled in the physical acting out of my addiction, you know. And so I would blur the lines of sex and love because it was validation for me. You know, in those low points or whatever, it was validation, it was power, it was control, it was, I became one of the beautiful ones, being big, and at that time, I was about this way then, okay, so being one of the beautiful ones, I was never, but it put me in that position where I could be, and I got addicted to that in addition to all the other stuff, Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure the animals hate us because we hate each other. Thanks for my air hug, Nikki. Ditto.
Yeah. You guys, you know what? I encourage some of you guys too, because me and Mook were in here. We were doing our spirit animal things, right? And we love owls and everything. And when we nobody ever told us that those were our spirit animals. But when we looked it up and took the quiz and stuff, mine came back. And I have 2, and I guess it's the Gemini and me. I have 2. So I have the Black Panther and the owl. Now, what was funny about reading about the Black Panther, it says stuff about loving to be in the dark and showing people how to not be scared of it. Cole was like, oh my God, that is you so damn bad, because I be so mad, like, turn the goddamn lights off. Why y'all always on these goddamn lights? Like, what are you scared of? Like, I'm constantly saying that to people. And I remember my grandmother used to say it all the time. Is this girl a goddamn vampire? Why she don't know what damn lights on? She don't know what stuff to be. And I said this before. I'm not scared of the dark, and I like the darkness because in the darkness, I can find the light. If it's already bright, I might not be able to see what I need to see.
You can't see the forest for the trees. Hello.
And when that thing said that, under that panther thing, I said, okay, so I wasn't crazy, because even way before we was hell-bent crazy on Black Panther, the movie, since I was young, that would always be the animal I would choose. When they say, if you could choose, when you're a little kid and they say, if you could choose to be any animal you want to be, what would you be? And I would always say a Black Panther. And I said, because she's Black, she's strong, she's beautiful. I would always say that. And now that we got to looking into different spiritual stuff, and I was like, oh, okay. I got a bunch of pictures of owls and shit. Let me get my Panthers back up on the wall. So I would encourage y'all that got you could Google it and take a test, take a quiz to see what your spirit guide is, your spirit animal guide. You'd be surprised.
Well, that's the homework.
Okay.
That's the homework.
That's the homework.
Well, on that note, let me let you guys get ready to go do your thing, honey. I've been sit down here, relax, get these shoes off, and get to getting. And yeah, that'd be that. So, my darling, this has been a very, very, very wonderful, wonderful, soulful Sunday with us.
Sir, are you meditating? Because you better not be asleep up there. Is your brother asleep? He better be meditating.
No. Okay.
Hey.
If you love us, tell a friend. If you hate us, tell an enemy. But do know this: one way, shape, style, form, or fashion, honey. Everything that we're doing over here will move forward. Remember, tomorrow, darling, starts early voting. Get your asses up and get out to the polls.
Come and get me, please, because Ella acting like she might not start.
Okay. At this particular point, I don't care who you vote for. Just go let your voice be heard and let it be known. Now, we're going to see what's going to happen on November 3rd. And after all this stuff is counted, if you guys had your ballots and stuff in, go and do what you need to do. Mail them early, get them out there. Make sure they are stamped, honey. Don't sit around and wait till the last fucking minute. Okay.
If you got the couple points, send it certified if you can. Listen, don't let them, if you got the couple dollars extra to pay for it, just do it. Don't let them take away what's ours.
Okay.
Too many people had to fight for us to be able to do this. Don't let them take it away.
So that there is that, my darling. So with all of that, please go let your voices be heard. Get out there. We're going to be shouting this now after tomorrow. Well, we won't be on tomorrow because Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week I'll be at the Donut Factory. So and then Thursday is questionable because this Thursday something's coming up Thursday, but I'm gonna let y'all know what that is. And we'll let you know. But whenever we come back, we will be back and everything because we're going to be making sure that you guys get out. And after you vote, there's some things that we can do to make some other shit happen. And we're going to talk about it always, okay? So having said all that, honey, you may finish all of your crumpets, darling, because the tea has been dished. And you've been dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meech, Aunt Nikki, and the big guy ally himself, Big Red. So, child, we stepped there. His spirit, his spirit.
Yeah, he was deep in spirit. Mm-hmm.
His spirit did that.
Yes.
No, okay. So, Genesis says, I'm joining in next time. Okay.
We bring you in. We going to have a good topic because we can't let him start no shit.
Right. Okay, come on. Okay, y'all make sure y'all tune in with Eric because he's going to be on live, child. Okay, he's a hoop. Okay.
Yes. I shared Eric's last Get Off My Lawn on Facebook. If you guys haven't listened to it, if you go on my Facebook page or go to Eric's thing, it's up there. Y'all need to listen to him. Eric is a mess.
Okay. So on that note, my darlings, unseen.